which is important. And look at that. Man, you guys have such a long count. Good job. All right, let's not do it. So, welcome back, everybody. All right, last session, you guys. So here you are in the Crystal Fen Caverns below Emon. You have been contracted by Allura Vysorin to travel with a member of the Arcana Pensophical, Tosh, who believes he has found one of the, or a majority of the authentic pages of a journal wrote by a famous explorer named Von Ethos who went crazy. You have all decided to go on an expedition with him to explore the reality and authenticity of his notes, and have traveled down the Crystal Fen Cavern where things have gotten a little weird. Visions of large monsters. The walls are flesh when they look like plants. All kinds of nonsense. You came upon a couple of hag-like women with tentacles growing out of their chests, and these women told you that they would be willing to help you out. They'd be willing to provide you with a small boon, a charm that will help your mind make sense of the abstract terrors that lurk here in the deep, so that your minds may not crumble. You agreed to do this in exchange for the defeat of several Umber Hulks in a nearby cavern that have been pestering the two sisters. You went in, you slew, you were victorious, and the Umber Hulks lay defeated. After a night, sleeping in the caves, you got attacked by some sort of carrion creatures within these underground places beneath them all. And that is where we left off. You guys intend to return back to these two sisters, the sisters grasped, to receive these protections for the defeat of the Umber Hulks. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I can show you back.
Yeah, you can get to head back if you want. Certainly. Alright, then. I'll move you all when the time comes, because it's a bit of a pain in the ass to move you all through here. But I will, I promise. Or maybe I could just make it on that pace right now, just do a couple quick adjustments. I'll do the turn order. So, make me a very easy survival check, Zarvolg, to see if you can return.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, give me a second.
No problem.
Sure. All right, easiest survival check is 19.
19. Easy enough. No problem for the likes of you. So you guys get started on your little travel. The first thing you see is that when you come back to the Umber Hulk corpses, you notice that they have been there was a lot of these slugs that you faced the other day, these like centipede-like creatures that have just like maggots on a wound, just like consumed or just like on top, picking apart what's left of the corpses, the meat left behind. As you sort of come out of the cave, you see them mowing down. You would wish to you pass without what do? Do you pass without disturbing them? Go by stealthily? Kill them all? What's the play?
I vote for pass without disturbing them.
Sounds like your party agrees with you, or doesn't disagree anyway. Um, Begin to move by, um, and everything's going pretty well. When you get around to the end of your party exiting, as it seems to be the common theme that the skeletons have stuck to the end of the party, as the skeletons exit and begin following oh so carefully, some of the attention of those carrion begin to sort of turn to look at your group. They seem to be attracted to the skeletons, but they seem more attracted to the umberhawks at this time. You get lucky, and they continue their feast of what's left of the umberhawks. Let's take a look. Let's see how the travels go. Without much issue on the way there, you travel back the way you came, easy enough. You make your way through and into this sort of jungle-esque grotto through a very small skeletons, a couple of slits in the wall, and you're going to find yourselves returning to the hut of the Sister's Breast with ease, thanks to the expertise of Zarvolg. Is there anything you'd like to do before wrapping a fist on the hut or anything like that?
Not that comes to mind for me, at least.
Okay. You'd see Beverly sort of, as you've all insisted that, especially you, Ember, violently insisted, one might say, that all will be well, and if there's any issues, please let us know. She kind of keeps to the back. You can see that there's definitely a nervousness to reconfront them. Yeah, she might even be like, maybe I'll just wait outside. Yeah, maybe I'll just wait outside with Fen and all the. She looks it over the cobalt skeletons, and those guys. Yeah, I'll just stay out here.
Of course, if you feel unsafe in their company, then you're welcome to wait it out here.
I just it's just uncomfortable.
They did eye
That's
you a
all.
little strangely, if memory serves.
Yeah, a little bit. If that's all right.
It's fine
All
by
right.
me.
So, yeah, I mean Zarvo was pretty passive up to this point, but at the point that they engage the hags, he's like, all right, we brought you your hag, your umber hulks. Give us our charms.
All right, you kick open the door. You're like, "We got your emeralds, baby. Give us your charms." You walk in indeed to see both of the sisters who are just doing their creepy old thing. One of them's like knitting by the fire, and not knitting with string, but knitting with like something fleshy. Yeah, maybe like ligament or veins. You're not sure what, but something not great. The other one, or maybe is like you don't know what she's doing. The other one's just cooking, and it seems fairly normal what she's cooking. They go. Krista will say, "Oh, welcome back." And she'll stand up and look at your party return. She'll sort of look and account for all of you and say, "No, make it back. I didn't feel sorry to hear that." Those umberhawks can be quite dangerous.
Well, we're all in one piece.
Your scary, your little kobold friends got rattled a little bit, perhaps. Not here, are they?
Oh, they're just outside.
I'm not a cheap hunter. You asked us to bring you umber hulks. We brought you umber hulks.
That you did. That you did. And a deal's a deal. Only fair. Only fair. So, to let you know what charm we'll be placing upon you and what it will do, is as you proceed deeper and deeper into the layers, you are going to still see things that are quite strange, regardless of our charm. The only difference is that the strange things you see will not warp your brain into insanity. For example, rather than seeing a geometric construct that doesn't make sense to your minds and drive you into insanity, you'll see maybe the shape of a house or something like that instead. It'll seem out of place, but it won't boggle your brain to the brink. So, is everyone ready?
You claim that these would last some 24 hours, is that correct?
Yes, for a day, for a full day. And rest assured, dear, you're not too far away from what you seek. You should be able to be there and back again in no time.
Of
And I
course.
believe we did make the deal that, remind me if this is something that I have concocted while you're away or if we agreed upon it, but when the charm ends, perhaps you might be transported back above sea level to sweeten the deal.
That sounds wonderful.
Excellent. You all did so very well, and I can see that there's a couple extra shells of those horrible creatures with you than previously projected, so seems only fair. So, she says, is this everybody who will be receiving the charm?
I suppose we do need Beverly in here.
Yvaine will come in with Beverly in her arm.
She goes, oh, okay. She'll go in. Fen will enter within, as they would say, anything with a conscious mind that isn't undead or a construct will require this enchantment. So your skellies will be fine, as they don't comprehend much other than your orders. So their lack of intelligence will save them. But Fen and Beverly will require, so they bring her in and go, yes, welcome back. And they kind of there's sort of a grin in Beverly's direction. She kind of doesn't like that. Says, oh, very well. And this is where things are very interesting. She is going to speak an arcane enchantment through the dialect of deep speech, which Yvaine, you'll be able to understand perfectly. The arcane arithmetic may or may not be beyond you, depending on your skill level, if you wish to roll for that. But at least the translation from, like primordial deep speech to modern arcana will be implicit, as if it were a second language.
All right, so, like, at this point, like, her will has just worn down and she doesn't necessarily feel like she's in inherent danger. And I don't know that every time I feel like I should roll for not trying to figure it out now, if that makes sense.
Then you need a charisma saving.
Is it charisma? Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. As she is saying, like, the arcane enchantment, would it or would it not just simply be passive to Yvaine to see if she understands? Like, it's like me saying, it's like me going, what's a good example?
I see.
It's like me saying, Luke, I am your father. And immediately you know that's from Star Wars, right? So similarly, do you think Yvaine would passively simply be able to passively try and comprehend the actual enchantment, or is this entirely up to you?
I see. I think this, because, and I don't know if this will make sense, because it's heard, I think it's just there. But I think if confronted with writing, she needs to roll something to not give into that impulse, because she's been so controlled for so long.
Well, let's do the charisma model. Let's do the charisma save, because even when your math teacher is scrolling on the board, you still have to kind of and like put it together in your brain. So let's do the charisma save and see if you resist the temptation to fill in the blanks and figure it out.
12.
12. I'm using the typical DC of the madness chart, I think, which is 15. So we'll say in this moment, you kind of can't help yourself. Make me an Arcana check.
16.
16. You do comprehend and enlarge the enchantment. This would be very like eldritch, it's not warlock magic. It's not coming from a patron per se, but in the same way that it's profane, unknown knowledge to the normal world. The way that, say, Ember receives his magic and they're like eldritch invocations and they're not meant to be known by the common people, like lost magic. It's kind of what she's putting forth. This is like lost deep magic.
So there's like primordial.
Possibly. It's very alien for it being part of deep speech. So it's almost like put primordial and alien together, and you got what you want. Sort of great old one stuff. But as she completes the enchantment, you all feel this sort of fuzzy feeling in your brain and this dimming sensation of your almost like your insight in a will, where you find it like, you ever smoked like a shit ton of weed and the next day you're like, oh, your brain's a little fuzzy? It's kind of like that. You feel a little like, and then your normal consciousness and intelligence kind of returns to you. Yes, Zarvolg.
Yeah. I guess if I recognize this at all, could I say to Yvaine?
Recognize what?
As she's trying to interpret this,
what's your passive insight? I just want to see if you do recognize that she's doing this. Or perception.
My passive insight is 13.
13? I will say that this is certainly a weird enough experience for Yvaine that you see a number of expressions go through her face, maybe like a, oh shit, and then like her eyes sort of swinging around upwardly the way someone does when trying to comprehend something, and you kind of recognize that something's going on there with the language thing.
All right. Good. So, which
language is he speaking?
Zarvolg?
Undercommon between the two of us always.
She's more likely to have responded to that. Yeah, she'll be. Yeah, well.
Keep your wits.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
There will be sort of like one of the sisters' grasp will sort of look over at your two's interaction. We'll say it's for Cynthia, who wasn't doing the major enchantment. She sort of says, "Is there any issue over here? The enchantment did not affect you in the way we had described."
Yeah.
Oh, and I mean, Zarvolg will look directly back into the eye of whatever sister said that.
Okay.
We've had a relatively Zarvolg and the sisters have had a relatively amicable agreement until that, but he doesn't like to be challenged.
Yeah, and she definitely comes over and more like, she's like, you're like, keep your wits, and blah, blah, blah. It's more of like, she comes over and more of a like, did it not work? Like, did we fuck up? It's more of how she's coming over here, as opposed to a challenge. She said, she sort of sees you staring her down, Zarvolg. Let that go. Well, make me an intimidation check. We love a good intimidation check.
17.
17. She Yeah, she'll kind of back off. She'll kind of leave you be. She'll turn her attention to you, Yvaine, says, what about you? What was your name? Sightless one? What, are you all right? Did the enchantment work quite fine?
Yeah, yeah, Evie. It's fine. Yeah, no, I just sorry, I just zoned out for a moment. I'm fine.
Very well. And she'll sort of return to her sister. And she'll say, very well. You all have been endowed with the enchantments required to move into Silar and hopefully keep your wits about you. If there's any loss of wits, it has nothing to do with what you'll see, but only what your own will is able to comprehend at this point. Do not fear the aberrant magics about to be known, at least not for the day. Now, if you're wanting to go to Silar, you, Mr. Zarvolg, you're the tracker of the group, yes? Would you like some direction?
I would.
Very good. And you'll see Forcynthia will, not Forcynthia, I'll say who got kind of intimidated by you. I'll say Trista will come over to you, Zarvolg, and say, all right, you're going to want to go down here, and you're going to make your way past this chasm. There will be tentacles in the chasm. Just hop right over and make your... She'll start giving you, like, landmarks to follow, and she'll say, but eventually you'll come to the water, and you'll have to go beneath the water. I hope you know how to swim. And there should be 2 doors at the end, and that's kind of how she'll guide you. In the meantime, there'll be, Forcynthia will kind of be looking amongst your group, just kind of quietly.
Right. So before we leave the cabin, I will look at Yvaine and say, Sightless one, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You'll turn. This is just to say thank you so much. It was lovely to have you. Perhaps come back in a couple of weeks. We can always use people cleaning up the vermin down here. Goodbye.
I have a question.
Oh, yes, of course.
Something you said, a group,
Yes.
25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember them?
Well, it wasn't me. It was you, Trista, who ran into them. She goes, oh, yes, I remember. I think they called themselves the Shits or something like that.
I wonder what happened to them.
We don't know. Similar to you, we asked them to defeat some Umberhawks who were getting a little too near to our village. We can deal with most things down here, but Umberhawks are particularly nasty. And they dealt with them for us, and we helped guide them up and out of the Crystal Fen Caverns. Well, I did anyway. My sister was busy.
To know.
Was there anything else, Sightless one?
That will be all.
Goodbye. The door will... She'll actually come to the door. There'll be no spooky door closing, but... Minus her, of course. She'll close the door to her cabin, and the 2 sisters will return to their, I don't know, being sisters. And you guys will all leave, apparently having this enchantment placed upon you that should protect you from the mind-twisting influence of everything.
Here's hoping.
Jorman says, how can we be sure that it works? Is there anything we could do to test it out, do you think?
No.
Oh, someone tried touching one of those trees. What if we tried touching one of those fleshy trees? See if that helps.
You know, you go first.
Oh, very well. And he'll walk over to the tree, and you guys will see actually that the tree, some of the branches look like branches with leaves coming off them. Others, as you look closely, you see that the actual like thin sort of vine-like branch actually looks like a tentacle with leaves sprouting off of it. And he touches it and goes, "Oh, gross!" But that, I mean, now it looks like one. So that's That's nicer. That's, I suppose, to know what you're going into.
I suppose that he's a silver lining.
I suppose. I don't. I guess they didn't say it would be all rainbows and butterflies. Just that it wouldn't drive us mad, is all.
Right.
All right,
Dwarf,
but that is disturbing. How did they know something Beverly said last night in a space far away? Like, that's weird, yeah? It's weird. Can we agree it's weird?
What did I say?
All right, can we go?
Oh, okay.
I don't necessarily think that it's all that strange. I mean, we discussed immediately after we left to run under the supposition that we're under observation. That
ridiculous.
just puts the finished stamp onto it.
Right, but as ridiculous as it sounds, being seen is different than being heard in my mind. I know it sounds ridiculous, but somehow that was unexpected. I realized that I was silly.
Not necessarily. I mean, in some cases that is absolutely the case, but people read lips just as easy as anything else.
Ember,
Yeah, let's go.
Ember,
Yes.
are you or are you not able to manage the titles?
Sorry. You tuned your head and I missed part of that.
I'm sorry. Are you or are you not able to manage the sightless?
Oh, I
Say that last part.
don't, I don't think managing her is going to be any particular difficulty.
All right. Then
I have a name. I have a name. My name hasn't changed. You can call me Yvaine. It was cute when Bev did it. It's creepy when you do it. Please stop.
Whatever you say, Sightless One.
God damn it.
Your will be done.
Shit.
Karzy goes, what do you mean you? What is this Yvaine thing? Is this a pet name or something?
It's sort of a nickname.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
And I'll poke the Tosh, right? I'll poke Tosh.
Yeah, German Tosh, yeah.
Shall we move on?
Yes, let's keep going. Rather fascinating accounts for him. You guys can proceed on. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Are you ready?
Me? Yes, of course.
All right. Remember, read quickly.
Read quickly, very well. I admit her notes at this point become a little scatterbrained. I expect she did not have the same enchantments that we have now to protect us. Indeed, I think this is quite where her grasp on reality begins to distance itself. She speaks about things in the wall, and he begins to start to give you a TED talk about Von Ethros's journey and some of the things she experienced, some of the things she didn't experience, and assumptions about what she did and did not experience in her mind. And
less explanation, more warning.
You said
very well.
Things in the wall?
Oh, yes. He recounted seeing great deposits of what I assume now to be azurite. He would speak of glowings in the wall and such, but now I assume it to be azurite. But he spoke that there was water. She spoke that there was water in the wall, but I assume that's all proper talk. But now now that we're onward, it's more possible that we'll be going underwater soon, according to them. Make me a little survival check, Zarvolg, see if you can follow the directions.
Yeah. Oh, natty one for a 7.
Uh-oh. Um, we'll do do that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, spicy. Okay, so you Zarvolg immediately find yourself. So here's the deal: you can't be lost for your natural explorer if you've been traveling for an hour or more. So I'm gonna say around the half-hour mark, you're like, you're not really sure which way to go. And we'll say the justification for that is that after, like, no matter how lost you are, after about an hour, you can get your bearings if you want. But in that first half hour, you get really turned around. You find you end up taking the party into a chamber that is not at all like what was described. So I'm going to go find a chamber to do that. Okay, perfect. I found one. You bring the party into this one chamber, and you're like, wait a second, this isn't what it looked like. And I will say, the landscape has changed somewhat since this enchantment has been placed upon you. Everything seems to be things seem to be either quite out of place or just even more weird, but in a way that makes sense. That is like, okay, sure, that. Like maybe you walk by a door in the wall, and you open the door, and it's just rock behind it. You're like, okay, that's a weird place for a door, but whatever, moving on. You see fires underwater, which is weird, but it's fine, makes sense. And you bring them into this one chamber, and you have this. We definitely took a wrong turn. Probably for the first time in your adventuring career with these people.
Right. So that will be immediately alarming to me, and I will say to both Jormontosh and to the rest of the group. First to Jormontosh, I'll say it twice. I don't know where. And then I'll say it back to the group. I don't know where we are.
Oh.
20 is your AC. 22 to hit, Zarvolg?
My AC? No.
Yeah.
16.
You say, I don't know where we are. In that moment, full entrance to the Mines of Moria Frodo moment, Zarvolg hits the ground and is suddenly pulled as a tendril wraps around his leg, and you see one of the stalactites on the ceiling open a gruesome red eye and a maw of like 50 razor sharp teeth in it. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
I know where he's going.
Is this Sauron?
Is this Sauron? No, this is not Sauron. No, it's one of my favorite cave creatures. I love it. Where are you? There you are. Perfect. It's initiative time. Blah, 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 blah. I need a pen. There it is. Okay, let's do this. Initiative 25 to 20. 20 to 15. What'd you get, Zarvolg?
19.
15 to 10.
13.
14.
13, 14, 12 the number. Okay, 15 to 10. I just did 15 to 10. So that's going to be... Oh, I forgot Jorman. Gorman did very well. Okay, 10 to 5. No? Oh, no.
7.
7. Okay, that brings us to the top of initiative. It definitely got a surprise round on you, which is what one of those attacks were on the Zarvolg. So I'm going to take the rest of its surprise round now that the drama is worn off. So Zarvolg, you are a tendril wraps around you. He is going to be reeled 25 feet towards it. So you're dragged across. So Zarvolg, you are grappled and restrained with this thing wrapped around you.
Sure.
Okay, a couple more attacks. So I didn't ask for marching order, but I'll ask for it in a second. Jorman Tosh would have definitely been at the front, so he'll take an attack out of the surprise round. So that would have been a lot to hit. So Jorman Tosh is going to be grappled and restrained. Oh god. Who would have been after Zarvolg and Jorman Tosh?
Probably me.
Okay. One of these tendrils shoots up from the attacking from stealth. That would have been 23 to hit.
Beats it.
Beats it. Tendril wraps around you. You're grappled and restrained. And I'll say Beverly was close to hand, so she'll get the last hit. She does not. It wraps around her shield to kind of bats it off. And she does not get grappled or restrained. And the creature is going to back off 5 feet. Drag all of you with it 5 feet. Because it's got so many folks grappled. It's going to be a little tricky for it. Swap you in the Glint. Well, here. Beverly's up here. So that's what we'll call the marching. Okay, that brings us to the top of initiative. It's Jorman Tosh's turn. Who goes, busted. And he is going to wiggle his fingers, and a little magic missile is going to come out. He rolls pretty good, so that's going to be 3, 6, 9. He's going to do 9 damage to the creature attached to the ceiling. And that will be his turn, bringing us to Zarvolg. Zarvolg, you are grappled and restrained as this tendril is all wrapped up around you.
Yeah. So I'm assuming I can still cast Hunter's Mark.
You certainly can.
Yeah. And restrain. Am I not able to swing any type of melee weapon?
You can. So, yeah, if you want to swing on the tendril that's got you, you certainly can.
All right. Well, I will do. Yeah. Oh, on a tendril. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
All right. So I'm also going to action surge then on that tendril.
All right. Take the full round. Go for it.
And Gambler's Blade.
Oh yeah. What did you gamble this morning?
3. It's always 3.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, I thought I could have, but I didn't. So dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm gonna roll all my swings first.
Do this first. Do the attacks first. Just if you're attacking the tendril.
Oh sure. All right. Oh, so that was really good. So it was a 15 damage.
You
sorry,
managed.
I'm sorry, not that. 21 damage.
I do need you to roll a disadvantage though for the attack roll. Because you are restrained.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll carry the damage, but we can roll it.
All right, so instead of
What did you get on the attack roll?
24 damage, yeah.
What did you get on the attack roll? Because I told you to roll disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
So you got a 20 to attack. You did 15 damage. So roll me one more attack roll just to figure out the disadvantage.
All right, so 22.
22 to hit? Okay, your damage goes through just fine. You do 15 damage to the tendril and you slash it in half. The tendril just falls off of you to the ground. The creature hisses angrily, not painfully, but angrily, as that tendril is destroyed and severed, and you are freed. So you've got 2 more attacks, and you got your movement. What would you like to do?
Can I see the creature now? That's
Oh yeah, you can see it. It's not hiding any longer.
And we are how far away from
it? You, my friend, are 35 feet from it.
And it's floating in the air?
It's attached to the ceiling. There's no ceiling on the actual board, but it's stuck up attached to the ceiling.
All right. Yeah, I guess I have to at this point I have to stow and draw.
Okay, so you can do 1 free stow or draw turn. So you can just drop your weapon and do a draw.
Sure.
Okay,
I guess I would drop the blade and.
All right. So you throw your scimitar into the dirt beside you, and you draw your bow, presumably, or your crossbow.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make your last 2 attacks on it if you want.
It didn't have better initiative than me, yeah?
No, it did not. So you'd have advantage.
So 16 to hit?
16 does not hit it. It shoots it and it bounces off of it as if it's made of stone.
All right. And I've taken 2 strikes, yeah?
You've taken 2 strikes, go ahead and make your 3rd, and then you can action this.
27 to hit. Oh yeah, 27 to hit.
That will certainly hit. That one's much more decisive. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that will be 15 total damage.
All right, it'll take that 15 damage and hiss angrily.
All right, and then I got 2 more to go.
All right, action surge, 2 more to go. Go for it.
All right, 20 to hit.
20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's a total of 13.
All right, I'll take that 13 damage. Go ahead and make your last attack.
Yep, last attack. Oh, god damn it. So many 19s. I need I need whatever that speed is.
Oh, champion fighter, get that get that double crit range.
Yeah, so 27 to hit.
That'll hit. Damage?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yep. Okay.
22 damage.
22 damage. Youch. An exceptional turn. You slash the tendril off and you take those last 4 shots. And only one bounces off. The other 3 make decisive blows against the creature, and it is hurt. It is bloody. Well done.
All right.
All right.
Is Fen available or no?
Fen is available. What would you like to do?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Is this thing floating or is it not floating?
It's attached to the ceiling.
How high?
Like a stalactite. It is 35 feet off the ground at its base.
Oh, he can't jump that far. All right. Let's just bring Fen to me, please.
All right. Fen will run over to you, and he'll take a dodge action if you want to.
Yeah.
All right. That'll bring us to Glint Rimhelm. What would you like to do about this strange episode?
Given its distance from me and that it's kind of up on the ceiling, Glint's going to move forward and get a little bit closer to the shoreline, if possible, as to get a clear line of fire.
Okay, it's right there if you want.
Wonderful. And I suppose simplest solution, I'm going to throw a firebolt up towards it, and then bonus action, command the skeletons to just open fire on my target.
Fair enough. Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right, so the firebolt is an 11 to hit. I don't think that hits.
It hits it, but it just sort of scatters across the stone of its body.
Alrighty, and then crossbow volley. The 15, the 16. Nope. Oh, good.
Nope, keep going.
21.
Hit.
And a 6. So I think only 1 hits. Is that right?
Yeah, 3 bounce off, but 1 does hit. 1 will damage.
Hey, I'll take it. That's going to be 13 points of piercing damage.
13 points, not bad at all. All right, 13 points of damage. That is one hurt-looking creature. There's this black blood that's just sort of dripping from it off the ceiling underneath the water below. Anything else?
No, I think that's all I got.
All right, Vinchandagard, you are a little wrapped up right now. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and attack the tendrils that are grappling me.
Okay, you take your hammer and make an attack roll. You have disadvantage because you're restrained.
Let's see here. That's 18 to hit.
18 does not hit you. Hit the line, and unfortunately cutting things with a hammer is very difficult. So it kind of bounces off of it a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna try and swing one more time.
Go for it.
All right. God damn it. Same thing.
You keep trying to hit it with your hammer, you're like, and you're a little angry at the tendril because it won't rip or bend under the weight of your hammer.
Let's see here.
Bonus action.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions I want to use right now, so I think that's it.
Okay. Ember Van Zyl, would you like to cook us a meal?
Well, seeing that the firebolt seemed to have some purchase, I think that's what we'll go with.
All right. The attack roll.
19.
19. You aim for the eye and you almost hit it, but the firebolt glances off of the stone of its skin. No damage.
I've got inspiration. Use it. And do worse. Okay. Moving on.
Oh man. Moving on. Bonus action.
Nothing.
Okay. That'll bring us to the quote-unquote cave horror. It's going to send another tendril down to you, Zarvolg, try and wrap you up again. That's going to be a lot. 21 to hit.
Yep, hits.
You are grappled and restrained again, and the other one's going for Fen. That's going to be 20 to hit. Modifier.
Hits.
Grappled and restrained. It's going to slide 10 feet along the ceiling closer to you two, and it's going to use its real ability to bring Fen closer to its mouth.
Fair.
Oh, in fact, Fen is pulled up off the ground and right up to the creature, and it pulls Fen right into its mouth and bites down hard on it.
Wow! Easy. Settle down.
That's going to be 22 to hit Fen.
Oh, no. Yeah, hits.
Fen's going to take... he's going to take 21 points of piercing damage as it bites into him hard.
All right, got it.
All right, that'll bring us to Yvaine and Happy. Yvaine, you see that Fen is being turned into a monster snack right now. What do you do?
Oh, that's not happening. All right, so
Yeah, you just pissed the wrong person off, my friend.
They were like, whoa, this was just like a friendly Mortal Kombat. Now it's personal. You hurt our dog.
yeah, that was a really stupid thing to do. So we're going to start off with the basics. Just because I'm not sure where my femboy is. I don't know how many hit points he has, so he's getting some healing right fucking now. I'm going to send him a 2nd level healing word.
Okay. What was
That
the
is my-
range on that?
60 feet.
You're good. You're totally good.
Right, excellent. He's going to take get 9 points of healing.
All right. Fen gets 9 points of healing, Zarvolg.
All right, got it.
Oh shit, I think I might have done that in the wrong order. Alright, so for an action I can't actually cast a spell now, is that correct?
Correct. Cast a cantrip.
That's what I thought. Alright, so Con 16 frostbite.
Con 16 frostbite.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 18 to save.
Alright, that saves really quickly. I'm gonna roll my omen. And it is wheel. Today it is plus. So
Understood. All right, is there anything else?
no.
Frostbite hits it, but it doesn't seem to affect its stony body very much. Karzadra Sunscales goes, if there's one thing I hate, I hate a dog killer! Ah! And he's going to summon his greatest magics to defend your doggo. Says, to you, sir, I give my deadliest firebolts. It's not my greatest magics, but, well, we have Silar to visit. He'll run over here very bravely. He'll fire up. That's going to be not enough. It glances off its stone skin once more. That'll bring us to Beverly. Goes, don't worry, Finch. I got your back. Ah! And she's going to try and help you the best of her ability. She's going to take her long sword. She goes, okay, Finch, hold still. Don't move. And she's going to attack. And she and like swings her blade. She misses entirely, and she like hits the stone next. She goes, "Oh, sorry. Give me 6 more seconds, and I'll get you out of there."
Good try, kiddo.
Thank you. Oh, may Bahamut guide you and bless you with his mighty platinum scales. And she's gonna cast Shield of Faith on you. So you get a +2 to your AC. She casts her first spell. She's like, I can't believe I did it! He really does believe in me. And that's gonna bring us to Jorman Tosh. Yo, this is fucking bullshit. And he is going to cast Misty Step. Escape his bondage. And he is going to say, well, the fire bolts aren't working. Magic missile. And he is going to fire off a 2nd level magic missile this time. Oh, he can't because he's Misty Step. He's going to do a firebolt. Firebolts aren't working, but I'm within 6 seconds. Natural 1. Is 18 to hit Fen?
Oh, yeah. It hits.
Fen is going to take... Oh my god, that's a lot.
Oh, no.
Fen's going to take 17 points of fire damage as it shoots, and he moves the tentacle in the way, and it hits Fen. He's going to take 17 fire damage. Jorman goes, no! As he, like, has a... He picks up some of the dirt from the cave ground and, like, lets it slowly fill out from below from his fingers as he, like, looks at it and laments what he's done. Drops to his knees and just screams out to the gods for this injustice. That'll bring us to Zarvolg's turn. What do you... Fen looks at it. Now that he's in melee range.
So Fen rolls across the ground again, as Fen does, and he is bloody, but Fen's mean.
Fen is also mean.
All right.
Does Fen want to take some disadvantage attacks against the creature?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
All right, go for it. I'll see if you can kill whatever this thing is. Knowing your Fen, you probably.
Add a d6 to the next roll.
Yeah.
To my can she do that to my disadvantage roll?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
All right. So what was the d6? Oh, I roll it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's bonus to your attack roll.
All right, so that was 17 plus 7, so 24.
24 will hit. Roll some damage.
Oh, Ben is so angry right now.
No.
So that was well,
12 damage. This is a very hurt creature. Does he want to take his other attack?
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, good. That's 20.
That was that was a dirty 20.
30-20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And he'll make a strength save to not be knocked prone. This is great. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, it was 8 total.
Okay, here's what happens. Ben, he sort of wiggles around and kind of pushes himself, like trying to get out, and he pushes himself out of the tendrils and like gores into the side of the creature, and it turns around to bite him again. But then goes, and he like bites into the actual eye of the creature, and like kicks himself out of the tendril, and like hits the side of the rope of this creature very hard, bites it down in the eye, and knocks it off the ceiling, and and Ben and the creature go like full Gandalf in the Balrog, flying down, splashing into the water, and as the dust, as all the water settles, you're like, you turn around and you see a very bloody Ben who has taken additional lot of damage. another 18 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
He's still alive though, yeah.
However, the creature is not, as Fen has slain it. And you just see like Fen, like blood running out of his like head. He's like missing a part of his ear. Blood's like flowing through all of his barding. But he's like, he turns around and goes with a, and he has like a tentacle in his mouth and his tail's wagging.
Oh, Yvaine's already there with the healing. Yvaine's already there with the healing.
Yep, go for it. Fen's like, as he's like playing with his tentacle.
He was running there.
Fen the White.
Yeah.
That one doesn't count.
Ben rises in white robes and a staff, and like Jorman's like, it cannot be. You fell, and Ben goes. Arr, arr, arr.
It wasn't much. It was only for 5.
It all counts. It all counts.
He's fun. He can.
But he's like, his paws really hurt because he like fell off the ceiling at 30, like he did a 30-foot fall.
Yeah, he's got a second win.
Yeah, he got a second win. With that, Fen has yet felled another monster.
Right.
Your dog scares me.
He's got like a scar, a bruise scar down the side of his face too, not to forget.
Oh wait.
Because he's such a good boy. He's such a good boy.
Glint
He
wasn't
starts
with us.
licking you.
Glint wasn't with us in the tavern when Fen just outright killed a man for no reason, right?
Well, you didn't kill him for no reason. You guys
He did tell him to attack. It was his
I gotta
fault,
protect
you
Dad,
dummy.
and killed him, and just straight up killed the guy in a bar fight.
God.
Okay, Mom.
Ben.
Mom was here to clean it up. It's fine. It was fine.
He is a good boy.
Ben like rolls over, does one of those, so you pet his belly. He's like he's just a happy boy. He's a very happy boy. He's a very hurt boy, but he's a very happy boy. There's blood running out of him. He's like limping along, like licking he's licking like an open cut in his paw. He's
Hey,
pretty hurt, but he.
Should we take a rest?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's still bloody, by the way.
Certainly.
Let's
Are
take a rest.
are we going to take a rest?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, hold on. One thing at a time. First thing. Do. 15 points to Fen. How's he doing?
Hey,
Oh, no, he's good.
still better.
Is he like 100% good?
No.
Nah, he's no longer bloody though. I think.
Yeah, but Zarvolg took some damage on that too, didn't he?
No.
Yeah.
You got tendrils, but the
Okay.
tendrils only like pull. They don't
Alright,
damage.
Oh, okay.
And 17 more for Fen?
Oh, no, Fen's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fen's
Now
like,
I'm ready to have a rest.
all right, let's have a sit. Let's rest up.
Fen comes over to you, Ember, and just like pops up his paws on your chest, just like licking your face, and he's just like he's super happy. His tail's wagging like
Right.
crazy.
Now Fen and Ember are besties, yeah.
Oh yeah. He's doing that thing like when you get home from work, and he's like too happy. He like goes between Ember and Yvaine. He's like walks up to Ember, gives him kisses, goes over to Yvaine, gives Yvaine kisses, goes back to Zarvolg, and like rolls around. He's super happy. He's always happy to kill a monster and get killed.
You essentially just gave him a soup bone.
So Karzi's like, thank the gods. Let's take a break. My feet are killing me. And you guys all take a break. Karzi's like, well, as long as we're taking a break, I'm gonna do like a very quick foot cleanse, like super quick wax foot cleanse would be nice. And he like gets out a little cosmetic kit. And he like breathes on it and heats up the wax. It's on his feet. And he's like, much better. And he like dips them in the water. He's like,
I want to find Dromontosh.
Jorman's like
Bad
laying on the ground like this,
Yeah.
tears rolling down his face.
No, I want to grab him by his lapels
You grab him.
and be like, if there is one more surprise attack, I'm counting you in their ranks.
You're what, sorry?
I'm counting you in their ranks.
Oh, but how? Oh, and he's like looking at the book. He's like, but she's insane by this point. Oh no, I don't know. I can't control. She came in here decades ago. I don't know how I'm supposed to. He's just basically like super guilty, trying to explain it. He's like,
right. I'm gonna grab him by the jaw and point him at Ben. Have you seen my dog? No more.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. But he'll he'll now follow you around. So I'm gonna be like, it's impossible to tell where monsters have migrated to and moved over the last 30 years. I've only known so much, and at this point she's unretiable. Won't have to something lost her mind at this point. I don't know how I'm supposed to avoid. I'm not you, Zarvolg. I'm just a wizard. And he'll just sort of follow you around and complain.
Charisma of 8.
Completely understandable to me. Zarvolg would not accept it.
Yeah, well, he's got a flat charisma. He's just like, I can't control where monsters decide. And he's trying to explain himself, but he can't. Not to Zarvolg. Persuasion check failure, according to Zarvolg. But yeah, you guys all settle in for a short rest. Nothing will befall you in the cave. Short rest is had, Ember. And I believe nobody else lost anything that can be regained on a short rest. Other than Ember. And yeah, you can proceed to continue your travels. Zarvolg, do you want to do another survival check to see if you're able to figure out? Because you also know, Zarvolg, in your head you got the group lost and you admitted it. But then now you're blaming Jordan.
I had a bad survival check. This one is a 21.
Yeah, you're like, okay, this is where now that I've had a minute, I'm not in my head so much. This is where I went wrong. And you're able to guide the party well enough. Can I get a marching order? So probably Jorman and Zarvolg at the front as usual. Who's next? Finch?
And me, yeah.
Beverly goes, I'm sorry, Finch. I missed the tentacle. I got really excited in the moment.
That's perfectly fine. If you saw, I was struggling a little bit too myself, so there's no need to apologize. You did great, kid.
Yeah, but I had a sharp sword, and you had a hammer, and you were at a disadvantage to try and cut it. And I had a sword, and I should have caught it.
We don't always hit all the time. It's okay. You just got to keep practicing. You did fine.
Actually,
Okay.
Zarvolg has a little bit of a soft spot for Beverly, so he'll look back at her and say, that wasn't yours. That's for the scouts.
Oh, okay. Which will give you a smile. Say, thanks, Mr. Zarvolg. Who would be after Beverly and Finch?
I'll go.
All right, Glint and Yvaine, it looks like. Okay. And Ember, you'll take up behind them?
Yep. Ember and the triplets.
Karzy.
Or quadruplets.
Got it. And you could be with Karzy, and then we got the skellies in the back, seemingly as usual. Karzy's taking his little plastic baggies of wax and putting them over there, and he's cleaning his he's got a little tooth, it's not a toothbrush, it's a very specific tool. He's scraping some of the wax out from underneath his claws. He goes, oh, we're going. Oh, pardon me. He cleans up. So there. He goes, oh, this is going to be great. In about 5 days, this is going to shed. It's going to be great. Rub dead skin out, all the dead scales off. And he'll go to you. Have you ever thought about getting a petty? You ever had a petty, Ember?
Dragon, could you be more quiet?
Oh, very sorry, Mr. Grin.
It's okay. Just gotta reel him out a little bit. Let him take his grumpy going forward. Something
Oh,
tried
I
to
see.
chew on his dog.
One of
He's
those
very
grumpy
particular.
adventurers, and it's true. His dog did just get hurt and all. We'll give him a bit. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys will proceed. You'll walk for a little ways, not terribly long, a couple of minutes. You do come across many strange things, tentacles crawling up the side of the wall, like thorny roots. The ground still seems to be almost like tree tops. There's a couple of mushrooms that seem to some of them seem animate, bounce around, fires under the water. There's plenty of things in here that don't make sense, but they're much less subtle than they used to be, which is a little more comfortable to comprehend than what was going on. And eventually, Zarvolg will lead you all to where you need to go. Oh god. There. It's Fen leading the way, because Fen's such a good boy. Where do you go? Where can it be? I'm trying to put you somewhere. There it is. Something right here, is it over there? No, not here. Sorry, I'm just kind of running around my map trying to figure out where I'm putting it. So, you guys get to about here, in which Zarvolg, you were told that in this half-flooded room, like when you immediately walk in, there will be a chasm that is overflown, and this is the way to Silar under the water.
All right. So I will motion back to the group. Stop. Right, obviously. And I'll turn around and point back to Yvaine and say, and like motion for her to come forward. Motion for her to come forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sightless one, what do you see?
Someone goes, what do you see, Sightless one? Come on, off you go.
All right. Okay, let's give it a shot. I actually want to check my spell list.
Okay.
Oh, for sakes, hurry up.
I can pull the water back. But we could also just walk in.
Is there just more water past the water, or
You would be told, Zarvolg, that from this point on, you're pretty much going to be underwater.
Yeah. Can I do a I as a player understand it's not going to yield anything, but just from Zarvolg's point of view, can I do a primeval
awareness?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You span out your senses to a 5-mile radius, looking for humanoids, and you're going to find the members of your group. You are going to find all of those many individuals above. And I'd say you find a couple blips here and there, maybe like deeper beneath there might be like definitely moving in a way that suggests swimming, but fairly far off, maybe like a mile or two. Nothing in your immediate path.
Okay, but to be clear, and then there were like a mile or two off, there were humanoids swimming.
At this, maybe. Well, I got to take into account what you've already said before. And no, yeah, I'd say about like 2-ish miles off. Yeah, you detect about certainly less than 10, maybe 10 or less, just sort of like in a small school swimming, deeper beneath the water, some ways off. in the direction you were told to swim,
Not
but not
necessarily
immediately on your
intensely in
course.
this direction.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if you're going to run into them.
All right.
But it exists. There's a couple here and there all throughout, like one here, 4 there. There's like a school of humanoids swimming like 2 miles off that way. So you get the sense that these tunnels are occupied by various humanoids. And I will remind you, we did fight Sahaugen once before, and those are considered humanoids.
Yeah.
So there might be some subterranean-based humanoids around here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely need to work on my, favorite enemies.
Sure.
That's coming.
But yes, for your greater what maybe I'll say as it's coming on, you're starting to try and tap into that aberrant blip. As there's a great deal of aberrant presence around here. You're trying to tap into that, and you feel this like amorphous aberrant presence, but you're having trouble focusing in onto it in this moment because it's such a more complex creature than a humanoid. But it's coming. It's on the way.
All right. You're gonna give me that? That was generous. Okay.
Oh, I don't think anyone's has any illusions there's aberrations around here.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. That's fair. So is this the point where we get into the water? Oh, if the sightless one has her hand up.
I've been trying to get Ryan's attention, just I didn't want to interrupt.
Yes.
So he does this range of tracky thing. And I'm like, well, fuck it. He seems to think I can do something. And I am a witch. So when I was listening to the ladies and sort of figuring that out, like, I don't know if there's an extension of that where I can sort of see if there's something ahead of it, but, fuck it. I'm actually going to try to reach out to this thing that I've been actively avoiding for months.
What do you do? What do you say? What do you feel? What happens?
Actually, I think I'm going to go about it very much the way,
Damn, you
I think
get
I'm going to
in
put-
hard, huh? You're just like, Jesus, come down.
I'm actually going to pull out my scroll.
All right.
But instead of thinking of the points of light, which is always what I focused on, I'm going to focus on these places in between. And there's places of darkness.
Well, keep in mind, this is your star map.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know that. But it's the same darkness in between points of light. So I'm going to try to access it, at least awareness of it, through the Moonweaver. Might not work. Again, Ranger seems to think I can, so fuck it. I mean, I'll try.
What does that, like, how do you, so you're going to try and relinquish control to this entity through the Moonweaver? How do you go about this?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I get it.
Like, what do you physically do? What do you say? Because, you're saying, like, you're telling me, like, I'm going to build a spaceship. So how do you build that spaceship?
All right, so I'm looking for a vision of what's beyond. I'm looking to see if what's ahead is what we're looking for. Maybe that's a better way to think of it.
So you're trying to look ahead.
I get glimpses of the future, right? Like, I get little glimpses of things that I can nudge one way or the other. Yeah. So I'm looking to that ability, the ability to nudge things. So that means I can sort of see what's coming. So instead of looking what's coming like right now, what's coming underneath the waters. like sort of conflating time and space.
Okay. Cool. So how do you do that? So you say you want to conflate time and space and look beyond. How do you do this?
Got it. Yeah. I think that she's going to put one hand on her scroll and sit down and put one hand in the water
Okay.
and close her eyes and say, "Show me."
Okay. Make me a persuasion check.
No, I'm rolling this dice. All right. 14.
14. You have. So has Yvaine? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. Has Yvaine? Oh yeah, of course you have through the Aboleth. You feel a presence within your mind. Now, in this moment, immediately you understand this presence has always been. It's like finding something that's been lost for a long time. It's like having lost your favorite toy or lost something as a child or something like that, where you know it's in the house, you just can't find it, you gave up on it long. And that's what it's been like for the scroll. You know that the astral scroll is tied to this sightless one. And you know that he's probably been around yourself, just at the edge. And in this moment, you know that you never avoided it. You never, by not reading, by not doing this, by doing that, you never avoided it. He was always there. Much like you suddenly looking in the right place under your bed and finding that toy, he slips out from your subconscious. And this presence, as you have your eyes closed, describes to you telepathically what lies beyond. It says, essentially, first of which, I need you to roll a wisdom saving, where his description will be mind-bending. Or
I
should
think
say.
it's an 18. You said wisdom? Yeah, it's an 18.
18, okay. I can't even describe. For what he describes is something that is enough to drive a person in. That you are wise, you are keen, you are able to peer past the illusions of insanity that he describes. And he speaks of things philosophically that make complete sense, but bend your reality of what's true in this moment. And basically saying like beyond the rock and the earth and the waters, it all comes together. This alchemy of life before you. There is much danger if you allow it to be so, for you create the danger. And it's this philosophical malady that fills your mind that is 100 different sort of rhetorics that all make sense and also defy logic at the same time. But what comes about through all of that is this. There is a door, and then there's a second door, and it is guarded by the minions of those you will kill, you will murder. You will know it when you see it, or it will be predisposed by many lengths and 3 steps. And you will either need to use your cunning or your power, and it can provide you the power if you so need.
I think that as that last piece comes to her, she speaks it out loud.
So you all hear Yvaine speak. Oh, man. And I'm going to say as Yvaine speaks, it is that layered voice. You hear Yvaine, but underneath it you hear, "There is a door, forelaid by 3 steps and shining lights. The guardians will need to be surpassed by cunning or destruction. They are the guardians of those you will kill." it reverberates from the back of her throat, layered with Yvaine's own sweet voice that you've heard many times before. Yes, Zarvolg.
Yeah. So when this is over, I would like to take Tosh. Is there a little? There's like it looks like there's a little cavern over there.
This is kind of where you're standing right here.
Right there's a. It looks like there's a little cavern off to the side.
Yeah, you want to take him like I don't know over here or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a. You can't quite get across.
By the lapel into some privacy, so that nobody else can see us.
I have no, Zarvolg, listen. I have no idea what that was. It's not written anywhere in the book.
Shut up.
Okay.
These people mean something to me.
Okay, I understand.
And if you lead them to more danger than they realize, I will come for you.
Zarvolg,
Nothing can save you. Nothing can hide you. I will come for you.
I don't know why you would. Yeah, go ahead.
And I will at that point cantrip infestation.
Jesus Christ. God, Buddy's literally done nothing.
Yeah, but in one day, like the witch and the dog got fucked with. Like it's.
Yeah, but he didn't do what happened to you wasn't him.
No.
And what happened to the dog was Zarvolg because he accidentally wandered into another cavern. So this guy's innocent. This guy's done shit.
No, it's all fair, but
yeah. It's all good. It's the RP. I'm loving it. I'm here for it. He'll make a con save, of course. That'll be a natural 19.
it will save.
That will save. You hear in the back of your mind, Zarvolg, a groan.
Wait, what's the groan?
You hear this. Not so much a groan, but almost like a sigh of relief. You hear this.
Fuck. Okay. Fair enough.
And these bugs sort of like pour out of your mouth at him, and he wait, no, and he starts like patting out the bugs, and they don't actually manage to get to him.
Do we understand?
No, we don't understand each other, Mr. Zarvolg. I didn't do that. There's nothing in the Aboleth journal that ever suggests that. The Aboleths do take. They've been known to enslave, as we've all talked about, are known to enslave people. Yvaine could be enslaved by the Aboleth. It's not my fault the Aboleths enslaved. You all agreed to come on this expedition. You cannot blame me for these things.
And he kind of flips his hair over and like purposely like exhibits his burned head.
Yeah.
And he's like, you will not endanger my friends.
I think at this point, like, Karzy's a pretty, like, kind of individual. But he's gonna, like, go up to you, Finch. And he's gonna kind of, like, Sir Finch, do you not think your friend's being a little harsh on our guide over there?
I don't think so. I feel like that's I mean that's par for the course, and I feel like yeah, that's
Aren't you supposed to be like a paladin of like protecting the innocent and all?
Can we actually see what's happening from where we're at?
Oh yeah, you guys are.
I meant to take him out of sight, but either way.
Well, I'll say that like. Okay, so here's what I'll say. He wanted to drag him out of sight, so I'll say you take him around this alcove. But you guys can definitely hear like the shrill sounds of Jorman Tosh being bullied by Zarvolg. Like it's maybe not the like infestation thing you hear too much, but you do hear the shrill sounds of like Jorman's desperation. You get the sense it's very clear he's being bullied by Zarvolg.
Glint will head over.
when you head over. I think Karzy will head over just to like back you up. And
Oh, good one. However, this is interesting. Okay.
I think Beverly is looking like concerned as well. Like she doesn't go over anything; she's gonna follow your lead, Finch. But she probably feels very like it's clear. You've been with her enough that she feels.
Everyone leaves Yvaine.
No,
No.
Quite specifically. I've got something that I plan on doing while this is going on.
Yeah. Ember's there. I think Fenn's not like a cat or anything, but I think as Yvaine does this, like, in the doors that come, there's 3 steps. I think Fenn very clearly, like, his entire posture changes. And he kind of like, and he's not going to attack or anything, but there's like, he seems almost intimidated by what Yvaine's doing. He's kind of like, he backs up a paw step or two, kind of like lowers his head. Didn't like that at all. Beverly and Finch are there. Not to forget the 4 cobalt skeletons.
They will always witness.
Yeah, they're like, their souls in the afterlife are like, oh God, the horrors! The horrors! I'm sorry! I should have never served that big mean red dragon! My grandpappy shouldn't have anyway. But anyway, we'll say around the corner, Glint and Karzy appear Zarvolg as you've got this guy by the collar. And he's like, but I could possibly know that this is gonna... And Glint, you come around the corner.
Zarvolg? Mr. Tosh, can we have a moment?
Yes, most certainly. More than happy to. And he'll like kind of
step down, dwarf.
Yeah, you like got him grappled by the lapel, and he's like kind of trying to like unwrap your fingers from his lapel. Karzy will back you up, Glint, and say, Zarvolg, I think we need to have a conversation. That's right. That's what I think.
Glint is going to literally step down from the ledge that he's currently on.
Yeah.
Look, I understand frustration, but there's something happening with the sightless one back there. And I don't really think that it's necessarily the fault of this gentleman in his book.
He leads us into danger.
Well, yes, we're adventurers. We were paid to go into danger.
We can do that alone. We don't need him for this.
Well, no, that's why he's paying us.
And he just this is a half elf, right?
This guy's a half elf, yes.
Yeah. So he just kind of like by the one lapel he has, kind of shoves him back into Glint.
Why don't you?
I will not have the party engage.
I understand. Mr. Tosh, why don't you go back, regroup?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Grimhill. Thank you. He'll circle around all of you, definitely scurry off back to the party.
And Zarvolg will very purposefully look Glint in the eyes and say, watch yourself, dwarf.
I think Karzy will say, okay, listen, Zarvolg, I mean no offense, but if you're losing your nerve, perhaps it'd be best to turn back.
Toward the city.
Perhaps. You seem like you do not wish to continue this adventure with the rest of us. It seems you are distressed by these events. Terribly so.
Oh. And that hurts his pride. Now he's like, I would not like to continue. Oh,
it seems like you don't. You're bullying our guide, or you're angry with our guide and fearful, and maybe losing your nerve a touch. That's okay. We've been through a great deal. We're not up for the task.
I'm trying to keep you alive.
And I respect it.
Can you look me in my eye and truly tell me that that situation that we just went through was the fault of Mr. Tosh?
He's got the books. He's got the information.
The books are old as shit, Zarvolg. I was practically a child whenever they were written, most likely. They're decades old. I might not even been alive. You certainly weren't. Look, we are going into untapped territories here, uncharted regions. We are chasing down a city that has broken minds. We don't need to be at each other's throats. We don't need to be threatening each other. We need some semblance of unity.
And now he actually looks Glint in the eye again and says, "That's fair. It's becoming dangerous from here on. Maybe we should reconsider who comes along this journey."
Perhaps, if you want to have that discussion, it's better to have it now than after we all get into the water. Either way, we need to have some united sense of direction here.
So at this point, Zarvolg stomps back out, like between people, right? Very
Yeah, you like shoulder pass.
right.
Very aggressive.
The sightless one.
Well, so we'll hold up for a second. So as you're heading back, Zarvolg, after your altercation, Karzy look at Glint and go, "I think that went rather well. I think we're on to something here. Good job."
Right.
And at which point, I would like to return to whatever happens while Zarvolg, Glint, and Karzy and Jorman are all gone. So, Yvaine, you just had this experience. Ember and Finch and friends were the only ones sort of left behind to deal with that. Ember, you said you had an idea or something you wanted to do?
Yep. The instant we get the two-tonal voice piece out of the sightless one, Ember's gonna reach into his bag and pull out a clay cup, and he's gonna pour off some tea from his water skin. Cast produce flame, set the cup in his hand, bring out the alchemy jug, pour off a dram of honey, and I'll just hold it until Yvaine comes to.
Yeah. Yvaine, you, as you complete speaking that, I don't think you are aware, though, that this layered voice thing happened. As far as you are aware, you just recited what was being said. So do you open your eyes and return to everything?
Yes.
I will say, the voice continues, like the layer of rhetoric on rhetoric on rhetoric. The voices just like continue until you open your eyes. The moment your eyelids separate, the voices cease entirely. He is gone, receded back into whatever hidden fleshy part of your brain. It's like he was never there the moment your eyes were open. And as you turn around, you see probably a very terrified look from Beverly in your direction. You see Fen sort of ears back and low, kind of like half whining and half low, like just sort of grumbling in your direction. Ember sort of like maybe up to you, Ember, but maybe a little like concerned in the face, but like currently creating a cup of tea at rapid speed. Finch, is there any reaction from you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look like pretty surprised and horrified if there's like a deep guttural voice coming from Yvaine. Just to be on the cautious side, I think I might cast Divine Sense because I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Unfortunately, Divine Sense does not pick up anything out of the ordinary.
As
Yeah.
You'll still pick up what you normally do.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think I'm just gonna like be cautious and like I'll probably like grasp like my holy symbol and just kind of keep back a little bit.
Yeah, both Beverly and Finch do a little like the Bahamut equivalent of like this situation. Ember.
Ember is just going to shrug and move forward, release the produced flame, hand the warm cup to Yvaine. Your throat may be a little bit scratchy, at which point I will minor illusion that two-tone voice.
Yeah.
This is what you said.
You will hear it, and you'll hear it properly at that point. You'll also see all the skelly kobolds all have their like jaws hung open in the background.
Just take it slow. It'll be all right.
Are we drinking? That was unexpected.
But apparently very successful. So
Yes,
don't lose track of that part.
So yeah, it's that way. I'd rather not burn my highest level spell. You know, just opening water, so all we have to do is walk in, since Glint would roll the trouble of, he's spelling us. What is Zarvolg going on about?
At this point, you see a very hasty and somewhat perturbed Jorman Tosh sort of scurry back to the group, a little pale on the face. He just kind of hangs back.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
21.
21. You guys have seen Zarvolg being like, keep reading, keep reading, keep reading. I think the most recent comment the whole party heard was like, that's my dog. Like, don't fuck with my friends. Like that thing back in the Roper cave. You get the sense that it's escalated, and Jorman Tosh looks like genuinely fearful.
So,
you're still having your conversation.
Okay.
So we'll get to you in just a second. Go ahead, Yvaine.
I'll probably look at Finch and Beverly and say, all right. So we're all a little freaked out, but there is a city to explore. So, Finch.
Let's go for a swim.
Yes. Let's.
Zarvolg, you can sort of push past everybody you're returning at this point.
Right, exactly. Thank you for recognizing that. Yeah, I want to push past everybody rudely and get up close to Yvaine.
All right, you sort of maybe push between Beverly and Finch, kind of push between the two of them and walk right up to Finch, sort of stomp forward.
And look Yvaine directly in the eye and say, Tyler's one. They don't belong here.
I'm going to put my hand on his scar and put my head against his, forehead to forehead, and say, brother, you can't ask me to do witchy shit and then be angry when I do witchy shit. If nothing else, the wizard won't be a problem for me anymore. So whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
From this point forward, those who die, die.
I think Glint and Karzy will return from behind the crevasse, or the rock wall, whatever.
Are you all right, Sightless One?
Yes. So, I would really like it if you would call me by my name while I still can see.
Apologies. I thought I was doing just that.
She just moves on. Fucking trolls.
Okay. What happens now?
All right, Elf, are you ready to swim?
Beverly's like, yeah, yay.
Would it be
Sure.
worth refreshing the water breathing now? Because it has about the same duration as this charm does.
Right.
Karzy says, excellent idea. That is what I call forward thinking for the benefit of the team. Excellent.
Certainly, I'm happy to do so. Just give me 10 minutes, 11 if you're feeling generous.
Take all the time that you need, sir.
Then we'll dig out his spell book, flip through the pages, and start going over the ritual components of water breathing.
All right. We'll
And
to work on that.
Well, that's ongoing. I'm going to go over to Tosh and suggest perhaps you should walk in the back with me from this point going forward.
Yes, recliners will agree with you, Mr. Embosser. Yes, thank you.
We'll just try to keep the shenanigans to a minimum.
Right.
And Yvaine's actually probably going to want to stay very close to Zarvolg.
So much the better.
All right, Zorman will stay real nice and close to you after, happily so. I think Karzy's feeling a little defensive, if subtly, of Jorman, and we'll kind of just be in the line ahead of him, just kind of pretend nothing bad's happening, everything's great. Beverly will look at you, Finch, silently as Glint is working. She'll say, Beverly, I'm Beverly. Finch, I know I'm probably not really supposed to say this at all, but I'm really scared.
It's okay to be scared. Sometimes I get scared too, but we're here together, okay?
But everyone's so mad at each other.
No. I feel like this is just you getting exposure to how people respond under stress and pressure. I
This
feel
is
like
normal?
this is in fact normal.
Oh,
People
really?
are. Yes, I understand that it's very stressful. I feel like you've kind of witnessed everybody after the day is won. But I feel like this is also important things for you to know and learn about as you become an adventurer, which is watching people and navigating the persons that they become under anger and stress and pressure and knowing how to keep your chin up and your best foot forward. So it is okay to be scared. And I assure you that this is normal.
Okay. Great. Thanks. Super. You know,
got this.
I remember back in the temple we'd always talk about, how paladins are supposed to like inspire the masses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I don't how do you even go about that? How do you keep the group together?
How to keep the group together? That's a big responsibility and undertaking to put on any one person. And I think you've kind of witnessed here and seen the dynamic between all of us, we each bring to the table different strengths and different weaknesses. And in the time that we've adventured together, we've learned to navigate those. So the way that I try and keep the group together is by keeping a level head. And as you've witnessed, other people within our group do the same. So we know. We've learned over time how to navigate one another's nuances, what makes each other tick, and just trying to keep the situation as calm as possible so that nobody makes silly mistakes when they're frustrated or angry or scared.
Calm, level-headed, and not making silly mistakes. And she'll kind of look at the current of the group. It's Zarvolg, like about to explode off in the corner, and Yvaine, who's like a little freaked out maybe at her own self, and Jorman, who's definitely like scared for his life, and Karzy is like, this reminds me of a time, and he's like not calm at all. He goes, right, okay, sure, thanks, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She like gulps like loudly.
These okay. So, yeah. These are lessons that you'll come to learn over time. This is years of navigating relationships with different individuals, traveling with different individuals. So I definitely understand how this may be new to you. So just continue to watch, observe, and keep your wits about you.
Okay. Sure. Like,
it is okay to be scared.
All right. Oh, okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be courage without fear. Okay. And she'll just kind of maybe a persuasion check. See how much solace she takes in that.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, that's good. Let's see here. What's my modifier? You said persuasion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 24.
There's nothing we can achieve. And she's suddenly no, but realistically, she summons her courage. Your words help her feel comfort in the fact that despite intense energies, we are all a team, and she trusts in that fact to keep going. Okay. 11 minutes pass. Glint, your incantations are successful. You will be able to ping the whole group with water breathing.
Wonderful.
All right.
Well, that should give us a clean 24-hour reset here. Suppose we're about as ready as we can be. Are we all prepared to go in the water? And Glint is going to look directly at Zarvolg with that.
You're muted.
Oh, I'm always.
Lead on, my friend. Lead on.
Excellent.
Okay, all right, so let's get to it. You all... so who's diving in first?
Me? Oh, yeah, me.
Yvaine and Zarvolg, the two most loopy individuals in the group, decide to dive into the water. I love that we're having common themes across campaigns, which is fucking insanity. And you guys just you guys dive into the water together, two peas in a pod. And Finn's like at the shoreline, and he goes and jumps in.
Get in, you fucking Nancy.
And you guys will.
Hey, nice to you. Come on, Finn boy. It's going to be okay.
Yvaine, every time you say Fen boy, I'm hearing Fen boy.
Yeah. Same.
You're like once you said I can't find my Fen boy, and I was like, oh, What are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's all I've been hearing.
Yvaine is also now part-time dominatrix. You just didn't.
Karzy's like, I'm right here.
Yeah, right. Hello.
Fair enough.
Present.
Dude's trying to get paid for it in Stillman, to be fair.
Listen, Kirku did make a comment about being obedient.
Oh.
Okay. Moving on.
Oh, I feel safer already.
All right, who's in the drink next?
I'll go.
All right, you'll go. Your soldiers go like and don't even dive or nothing. They just fall off the edge into the water.
Perfect.
Luckily, due to D&D physics, they will be able to swim despite being literal skeletons with no capability of pushing water past them and being weighed down by weapons and armor. By every measure of physics, they should be sinking, but luckily, D&D will, the mechanics will save you.
I did the math once, and everyone's swim speed in D&D is like faster than Michael Phelps because it's just half your running speed.
Yeah, let's just not think about it too hard. That's the point. We're just gonna say, oh, you know what happens? Fuck it. You know what happens? They fully sink. I'm just gonna rule that they fully sink to the ground, but they're undead. They don't give a fuck. They hit the ground. They'll just like walk across the seafloor like Pirates of the Caribbean shit.
Like hippos.
The Caribbean.
Or like hippos. Exactly. There you go.
In EverQuest, you had to train from level 0 to level whatever in swimming.
I feel like WoW had that too. Some like that.
They're going to be a little annoyed as they're going to basically be doing like an American Ninja obstacle course down there. As it's not like flat ground, but they're gonna get there no matter what. It's fine.
I'm so proud of them. My precious children.
Yeah, you see the kobolds like you know when you were a kid and you were doing kung fu in the water. That's them right now. They're like doing the like slide over the front of the car thing, but in super slow motion because it's underwater. And they're making their way. Who's going in next?
I will.
All right, you and Beverly go in. Beverly goes, can we really swim in all this heavy armor?
Sure gonna try.
Oh, great. Okay.
Well,
okay,
if you
bitch.
can't, you won't drown.
Loudly.
Okay, bitch, whatever you say. I trust you with my life. And you guys dive in, and luckily, thanks to fucking D&D physics, you will both be able to swim despite being in ridiculously heavy armor.
Yeah.
Literally weighed down by chains and plates of steel. Anyway, Karzy and Jorman and Ember, I imagine you guys are last.
Yep.
All right, remember everyone, stick together so Zarvolg doesn't kill Jorman. And you guys all jump in.
Listen, I'll kill Karzy too. I'm not afraid.
Karzy's got some skills, bro. That'll be difficult. He's about as strong as you level-wise, anyway. But sure. Anyway, you guys go swimming. I will move you all when it becomes relevant, but here we go. Oh, yeah, underwater shit, baby. You guys go swimming through. No need to worry about anything at all. Get a little breath up in here. Not that you need it. You go swimming down. I completely lost track of where you're going. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys get to about here. Is this deep enough? We'll make it a little deeper. You get to this point where you guys will take a left, and you'll be in this little chamber here where the water is completely filled in. And you'll see before you fire underwater and massive tentacles, a huge concentration of azurite, and something up ahead. Let me go get the party and just drop you folks in here. Wherever I left you. There you are. Come on, Skellies. You too. Alright, here we are. Sploosh. Skellies, where are you guys? Fuck.
I think they're just floating up top with us now.
Okay. Nah, I lost them somewhere. Oh, there they are. They're just... They've taken their job to the next level. They're doing guerrilla warfare. Oh, God. No, not you.
Doing so well.
No, they're doing good. They're keeping up. They're half speed too, so they're following along the water. In fact, I'm just gonna drop it. So there. But anyway, you're all swimming along together. A great team, all working together. And you see before you this little thing up ahead. It's difficult to see because you're underwater, but it becomes apparent. You see sort of 3 steps, sort of out in the wide. I guess it's technically kind of 4, but don't worry about it. It's 3. You see a huge concentration of azurite, 2 doors, and 3 very strange creatures that are standing outside the door. They are, man, how to describe these fucking things? You know what? I'm not going to describe them. That's how I describe them. I'm going to show you a picture.
Can I identify these things?
You can certainly try. Make me a nature check.
Ten.
What the fuck? 10. You don't know what the fuck this is. My mouse is not working. This is really weird. Oh my god. Fucking. My mouse is literally not working. Jeez. I think it's something to do with Tails files. Fuck that. That's right. Okay. I will. Oh, it's working now. There we go. Bear with me. No, it's not working. Well, fuck. I'll just describe it to you. I'll give you the picture later on when my mouse decides to work again. All right, here I go. You see these creatures that have about 4 to 5 very thick tentacles that they're standing or swimming that attach to a humanoid-like body that has no neck, but a number of folds, much like a squid or an octopi's gills that make up the duration of the neck. It has about 5 eyes, 3 that line downward that have actual eyeballs, and then 2 eye sockets that look no longer useful. The skin is partially translucent, so you can see what seems to be the remnants of a rib cage underneath this sort of white squid-like skin, and long drooping arms that do make up rather large humanoid-like hands, but the thumb's a little too far in the center of the hand. It looks like a humanoid creature that has been enveloped in like squid skin and has undergone a terrible transformation into a squid-like creature. That's the best I got. I hope you liked it.
What?
Yeah, So those must be the guardians we're going to kill.
Yeah.
What strange creatures?
Hey, Glint, can you get me a chunk of azurite before we leave? Apparently, we're just going to disapparate in like 24 hours.
Good point. Happily. Maybe after we kill these things, I can harvest a few pieces.
Everyone keeps saying kill, and yet I'm the bad guy.
Looking at them, I think we'd be doing them a service.
Zarvolg, brother, would you like to go negotiate our amicable entrance into their city?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not good at this, but I can talk to him if you want.
Wait. That Aboleth did take a shine to you. Maybe they'll recognize you.
Okay, here we go.
Anything that starts with "here we go" is usually not a good sign. All right, here we go.
All right.
All
so
right,
I'm gonna swim up to the squid thing.
Okay, you go on a little solo mission here.
Oh, Jesus.
Yvaine quickly learns that she might be making a mistake, right? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything.
Did
Okay,
not think he was
hey.
actually going to do it, but all right.
I will share the picture because my mouse, everything's working now. So here's the picture. You can let me know how well I described it, but here's the picture of the thing you're looking at.
Ew.
Yep. If you look closely, you can see the rib
Don't
cage, its
say
chest.
ooh. Listen, don't say
Yeah.
ooh. Let's not be judgy. Maybe it's gorgeous. We don't know yet.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm being judgy. You're right.
Hang on, let me see.
The neck reminds me of that one like perfectly designed human model they did of like this person's evolved to handle a car crash.
Yeah, honestly, that's a pretty good point. All right, Zarvolg, you
Oh yeah,
solo
yeah,
the
no,
line.
yeah, no. Also, ooh. I'm in with the ooh.
You swim up past all of the tentacle seaweed, all of the underwater fire, offer the second layer of water under the water. That makes sense. Sure. You make your way past like these 3 pillars that span out to a walkway
For the
where you see,
cupcakes, yeah.
yep, and you see the 2 doors ahead with all this azurite. You hear these 3 voices pervade your mind all at once and will in sync say, "Welcome. Why have you come here? Are you a thrall of the Emerald Eye?"
Of the emerald what?
Emerald Eye.
Oh. No, we're not. We're searching the unseeable city.
Are you here on behalf of the Aboleth, if not the master himself?
Oh, we didn't meet the Aboleth, and they seemed relatively friendly.
Make a persuasion or deception check. What is your choice?
I'm bad at both of these. You guys shouldn't let me go.
This is really your fault more than mine.
That's what you get for being a smart ass. Being too prideful to go back on it.
10.
10. Roll for initiative. He is an infiltrator. We must kill him.
Oh shit.
How's it going over there, Zarvolg?
They put their hands up and you'll see the bones sort of crack inside of their arm and then sort of jut out of their skin and form large bone tridents in their hands.
Even my at advantage initiative was 9.
Well, this is everybody, as I assume all of you are watching this scene. You'll see them also draw tridents and attack. But you know what? Let's do this when we get back from break. It's a little early, but I feel like it's the right time. We'll be back in a moment because this dog is mad at me because it wants to go outside and get food. And we'll be back soon. Right. 25 to 20.
I think I had 19.
Okay. So 20 to 15, that'd be 19.
I have 18.
18.
Oh, you, Paladin.
15 to 10.
12.
Oh shit! Look at all of you with your 12s. Ember, Yvaine, and Karzy. Who would like to go where?
I have the worst decks.
Ember, you want to go before or after Karzy?
I'll go after Karzy.
Okay. Glint, what's yours?
9.
9. You'll go before Beverly, who's like, whoa! She's like going purple. She's like trying to hold her breath. She's like, no, she's not confident. Okay. The creatures that are literally known as scum will go first.
You're not Sharon, Ryan.
Ah, shit. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me.
And this time it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it was always my fault, to be clear. Okay, it's their turn. They're gonna go for it. It's gonna be a pretty straightforward first turn here.
They're known
I'm gonna-
as scum.
Sorry,
I said they're known as scum.
that's what they're called. That's their.
Right.
it's their-
Okay, they're from the 90s.
Yeah.
Come on.
Were they producing garage music in the early 90s?
Oh, you bet.
I was
Were they
thinking
wearing-
every comic book hero name from that era.
Are they currently wearing flannel?
No, none of these things. They're scum, like in the fisherman kind.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at them, aren't they cute? Look at them. They got their holding their knees. Look at those minis. I don't have anything that's quite as disturbing as the image. So these are
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They fly at you with tridents in hand, and I will put forth before we continue. Underwater combat is very different than land combat. So anyone can feel free to look up. Actually, I'll send a link to you guys just so you have it. The rules for underwater combat. I think it's a Reddit thread, but it'll be enough. So I'll just send this along, and this should give you a general idea of what you can and can't do. That first comment there is probably the most relevant portion. But anyway, they fly in with their tridents. They're each going to take 2 trident attacks against you, Zarvolg, and 4 of those attacks will be advantage because of flank. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. First one is a 26 to hit.
Yes, hits.
Second attack is 20 modified to hit.
Hits.
Next is 20 modified to hit.
Hits.
Next is 15 to hit.
This is.
And the last 2 attacks are going to be 22 to hit
Hits.
and a natural 20.
Hits. So
So
5
all
of
but
them.
one attack will hit. I'll
Silvery
go
barbs.
ahead
Can we see him?
and, let's see if you are within range to commit silvery barbs, because all of you help back.
Oh, yeah. I might be too far away.
Oh, is there a net?
You are 115 feet back.
Too far away.
All right, so we will deal with lingering injury stuff in a moment, but for now, let me just get all that damage out of the way. So it's going to be those 5 attacks worth. That's going to be 19 plus 6 is 25. 4 is 12, 20. That's going to be 45 points of damage.
All right.
Do you want exhaustion or lingering injury?
Oh. Oh.
For a nat 20.
Yeah. Lingering injury.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. Always my bully coming through. Roll me just a flat 20, sir.
All right. Yeah, let me give up.
Higher the better.
18.
That is very good. You will get but a minor scar.
Oh yeah. Oh good, I love scars. I'm a couple, or I'm a hobgoblin.
Yeah, you get a scar. You get you can decide where your scar is. It's entirely up to you, Zarvolg. You can mark it down on the appearance section of your sheet. That helps you remember.
Yeah.
Where would your scar be? Why don't you let us know?
I just got poked a lot with tridents, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like this is like a thoracic scar. Like I'm gonna take it in between a couple of lower ribs.
All right, you got a pretty broad, wide, 3 right next to each other scar marks that will be across your body next time you get up from the long rest. Very cool. Now, for their final attacks. They are going to do mind-breaking touches to you, sir.
Oh.
First attack is going to be a 26 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. You are going to have disadvantage on wisdom saves until the end of your next turn.
All right.
You're going to take... You're going to take 18 points of psychic damage from that first attack.
Oh, no, I'm down.
Okay. So you guys see Zarvolg go up, and you hear like talking, and then they like create these bone tridents, and they all fly at Zarvolg and just like collide with him, and he sinks down. They tear him apart. He's like floating there, and they're gonna turn their attentions to all of you down the tunnel. And they've already done like 20 feet. I think they're not that smart. They're gonna just take the rest of their 20 feet forward to attack you guys. Alrighty then, that will be that. Zarvolg, I need you to roll me. Please, thank you.
Oh, yeah. I'll
With
send
a
it to
-3 because you gambled.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, I will send it to you.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead.
Just want to see it first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, why don't we? Well, yeah, send that to me when you can. I'll proceed on to Finch.
Yeah. Yep.
Finch, you see these creatures. Understood? These creatures just hugely assault Zarvolg, and they come swimming down the tunnel to attack your crew. What do you do?
Oh, okay. I'm reading the rules for underwater combat. So basically, all melee attacks have disadvantage unless you have a specific kind of weapon, right?
That's right. Basically, it's hard to move through water because it's either too big or something. There's very specific items that are easier to use.
Got it. But that's
Would
dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, and trident would be
got it.
weapons that will not receive disadvantage.
Okay, then if that is the case,
What were those again, please?
Dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, and trident. Everything else will have disadvantage because it's just too strange an item to be properly wielded underwater.
And then are we also moving at half speed because we're swimming? Is that correct?
That's correct. Unless you have a swim speed, you're at half speed. You're half your walk speed.
got it. Okay. And we will have witnessed what was happening, right, with Zarvolg?
Oh yeah, you guys were. This was a full like, come on, man, go do it. And then Zarvolg went and threw the brick through the window and got shot.
Okay.
And you all just saw that from across the street.
Okay, then I am going to I guess observe that maybe there's some difficulty with like melee weapon attacks, and so I am going to hold up my hand and I am going to try and cast Firebolt.
Firebolt, certainly. Range on that's 120 feet. I believe you're in range. Yes, you are. Go ahead and roll me attack.
Okay, that is 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 25 to hit.
25 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Ooh. Find my D10 real quick. 9 and 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 points of fire damage.
15 points of fire damage will be reduced to 7. As you fire your firebolt off, you see a huge amount of bubbles sear through the water and dilute the heat very rapidly and protect the individual taking the damage. So that'll be 7 damage to the scum that you shoot. Is there anything else?
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be it for now.
Understood. So, oh boy, this is tricky stuff. So, I want to run something by you guys quick as we enter underwater combat. So, fire, there's obviously a resistance to fire underwater, which sucks. Now, the counterpoint is lightning. There is no rules as written for lightning underwater. So, I want to propose to you guys some underwater lightning, because this is where things get a little tricky. I'm going to see what the internet has to say about that in a homebrew sense. But I'm thinking there should be a vulnerability there, but like a trade. So maybe I'm thinking, like, it would make sense that everything underwater just gets completely fried. But maybe we won't do that. What if we said, and maybe I'll look at this outside of game and report back to you guys about a better ruling. But for now, what would we say this? Whoever gets hit by the lightning will have vulnerability to it. However, it will affect the caster as well, because they're physically in contact with the lightning as it's being projected. So they will also take the damage with vulnerability. So it's a trade. You're doing exceptional damage, but you're taking it as well. What do you guys think about it?
That sounds fair.
Sure.
Everyone's into that? Okay.
So I'm sorry, can I use, before we move on to the next turn, can I use my movement actually?
Absolutely.
And can I,
where would you like to go?
Yeah, can I just use whatever movement I have to try and get towards Zar?
Sure, you get to there.
You move here. That's fine.
You're like, and you're doing your best. You're doing your best. That's all we can say.
Thank you.
Swimming with the shield and the hammer.
Fucking right.
Yeah. You're trying to like use the water as a paddle, but you're kind of turning too much, and you're kind of swinging. It's a mess. It's truly a mess. Finch is amazing at everything until you put them in water, and then it's a little fun. And then we're gonna get into Jorman Tosh, who's apparently useless, and he's going to come about over here. We got some spells. We love casting spells. Magic money. He is going to point his wand very slowly as the water sort of deters him. He's going to a bead of flame will cast off into the water. He's going to cast fireball. And that will hit. He will make sure not to hit Zarvolg because he doesn't want to incur any more wrath than he already has, apparently. They will make some dex saves. Save. Fail. Save. That's going to be... Alright, this one's going to take 32, 16 damage. As it didn't succeed, this one's going to take 8 damage, and the other one's going to take 8 damage as well. And that will be Jorman Tosh as he throws a fireball underwater. That will bring us to Kozadron Sunscale. Oh no! What are we going to do? How smart is he? He's generally kind of intelligent. I think he's just going to shoot up a magic missile. There's 3 of them, so he'll do a 3rd level. Sure. Make sure that would be 4th level to make sure everyone's got 2. We're not that intensely into things. Man, he's got a lot of lightning spells. Who around here looks like they're pretty fast, I think. Oh, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna swim. You're a little far. Oh man, I'm just gonna say it's fine because I don't know, because I say so. And it's the start of combat, and I kind of try and keep it a little loose with the start of combat. He's going to swim up to you, Yvaine, who he knows to be a druid and can possibly do underwater stuff a little easier. And he's going to touch your shoulder, and he's going to cast Dragon's Breath on you. He's going to concentrate on that, and he's going to give you acid damage. So you're going to have an acid breath for the next minute. And then he's going to use an action to cast. That was a full action. Oh, he'll heighten cast that on you. So anyone who gets within your cone is going to have disadvantage on that attack. And then he's going to use his full action to send those glyphs that light up across his body onto you, Yvaine. And he's going to give you the glyph of Aegis. So if you, the next time you take damage, you are going to take less damage. You're going to take 3d6 less damage. So he basically amps you up and gives you like a pat on the shoulder. That's going to bring us to you, Ember. What do you do, my friend?
Fireball didn't have a whole lot of effect. I'm going to move laterally and forward as far as I can go.
Do something like that?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
Then the outside one on this side, we're going to try a couple of Eldritch Blasts, because they're not fire.
That's true. Go right ahead.
I'm betting an AC 12 doesn't hit, though.
AC 12 will not hit, I'm afraid to say. Then used underwater.
How about a AC 23?
That will hit, for sure.
8 points of force and 3 points of fire.
All right, he will take the 1 point of fire for a total of 9. As you do lance this blast off through the water at the jump. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Yvaine, you can feel this sort of acid broiling within your stomach. You have these glowing glyphs across your chest ready to sort of explode and protect you. What do you do?
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this shit.
What are you turning into?
First of all, going to cast Healing Fairy or Healing Spirit and send Claire over to Zarvolg.
Is that a bonus action?
That is a bonus action, yes.
Excellent. I thought it was. I just want to be sure. What's the range on that?
Let me get to that screen because I didn't have it up like a big silly person. It is 60 feet.
Okay, 60 feet. We'll put her right about there.
How close is she to him?
She is about 45 feet from him.
Won't work. Won't work. Absolutely won't work. I can't do it. I can't cast his name. But I don't cast it. How far away am I from him?
You are 105 feet.
Oh, God bless.
What's the swim speed on a gator?
No.
Yeah.
This is what we've got. I just wanted to see if I could cast something really quickly. I can't, so we are just going to turn into a reef shark.
There it is. Reef shark, let's go.
I have a swim speed of 40, so I'm going to dash, I guess.
How big is this reef shark?
Medium-sized creature.
Got it. So you're gonna dash forward. You're gonna do, or well, you can't. You used a full action to shift.
All right, so then I will swim.
40 feet forward, no problem. Okay. What else?
So
Happy's Happy's like holding onto your fin as you swim.
I don't know this acid breathing spell that I have. Am I close enough to be able to hit them with it?
Let's find out. So basically, you do a 15-foot cone. I'm thinking you're not.
All right, then I'm going to hold where I am.
All right, unless you got a bonus action, yeah, you're holding. And it is if I'm not mistaken, it is an action to expel the breath weapon.
Oh, well then, yeah, there I'm good.
Cool. All right, that'll bring us to Glint Grimhelm and his water walking posse. What do you do?
All right, so quick question. So with lightning damage, we take the damage as well. Do we also have vulnerability to the damage we take?
Yes, if you're in water, you'll have vulnerability.
Okay. So I can't cast Lightning Bolt because the average damage is more HP than I have.
Okay.
Okay. Glint is going to slowly paddle up behind Finch, if possible.
Yes, Finch is actually right there with you before you can move.
Cool. I'm going to reach out and slap the side of their shield and cast Protection from Evil and Good on Finch.
Very nice. Very nice. All right.
And then
bonus action?
Bonus action is going to have the skeletons move forward. I don't know how far they are from the scum currently.
All right, let's go find out. Currently, the closest one is 95 feet.
Excellent. So I'm going to have them, move about 10 feet forward, bring out their crossbows, and just volley on the nearest scum.
They'll use their full 15 to kind of laterally get into a better shot range. They'll get to about there. So the furthest most guy is 90 feet from that fella. So you guys can they can go ahead and do a volley.
Alrighty. That's a natural 20 on the first shot. That's an 18 on the second shot.
Nice.
A 6 on the third shot. And a 23 on the fourth shot.
All right, 3 of those will hit. 1 of those is a crit.
Awesome. Okay, got my D10 here. So the crit is going to be 23 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
First regular is 15, and then the second is going to be 14.
Hold on, just a quick moment, because I want to get all my ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Is that beyond the weapon's normal range?
No.
All right, perfect. Yep. That's all we needed. Okay, give me that damage one more time. So it's 23 for the crit.
Yeah, then 15 and 14.
15 and a 14.
So that's going to be...
I got it, you're good.
Yeah, like 42-ish. More.
Oh, right, you riddle that guy with bolts. He's pretty damn hurt. He's certainly bloody, and you see there is these sort of clouds of like purplish, dark liquid spilling out of them.
Hell yeah. That is all I've got for now.
Cool. That'll bring us to Beverly, who is going to basically do the same thing Finch is doing and meagerly attempt a swim. She will just action dash and do a veritable underwater charge, if she can. And that'll be her turn. That'll bring us back to the scum, who can swim quite well. And are going to approach El Shark. El Shark is what to learn today, what is battle with his oceans. That one's going over here. This one is doing a wide around the very mean shark because it can't reach the melee anyway. He's going to take a little dash action 40 feet forward and engage Beverly. And that'll be the end of that one's turn. Beverly looks happy. She's got the sword. She's like very slowly doing like the baseball bat thing underwater. But these two are going to attack you, Yvaine. Are you ready?
She also has the spear.
She does have a spear. She's got the spear out. She doesn't know about underwater combat, but ooh, I gotta roll real quick. She does because Fidge trained her real good. So she's got a spear out. She's like, haha. All right. Here you go, Sharky boy or girl or non-binary folks. Here we go. First one is we're gonna start with some. Let's just do some trident attacks. Let's get some trident going. So that's gonna be 15 to hit.
Yes.
Shark AC 15 to hit. That is going to be 5 plus 4 is 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll 3d6 and see if the Aegis protects you.
Okay, roll 3d6. Are you just looking for the total?
Yep.
The total is, let me see, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So it tries to strike you with the swims towards you and lances with the trident. And these Aegis, and as it like hits your skin, the Aegis is like sort of explode magical energy across your body, and it sort of does like almost like a scanning sonar like wave across your whole body. And for an instant, your body is completely solidified in magic, and the trident bounces off, and you take no damage. Karzy gives you like a thumbs up from the back, very proud of himself. And while you're doing a little fin thumbs up, the guy's going to attack you. That's going to be a great deal to hit. 22 to hit. More than that, 27 to hit. Less than that. Sorry, I did bad math. But
It hits. I promise you it hits.
Thank you. Sorry. That's going to be 5 piercing damage.
You hit 5?
5. The next one is 26 to hit. That's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the last one is going to only miss, entirely miss, just swings completely wide. Then it's going to reach out with its really weird squid-like hand and try to touch you. That's going to be 18 to hit.
It hits.
You're going to take a scorching 18 psychic damage. You have disadvantage on wisdom saves until the end of his next turn.
Really quickly, she does turn away from being a shark now.
All right, you are back to Yvaine.
So I've got to figure out hit points.
Right. So how much health did you have left, and how much damage did I just give you? That was 18 damage. How much health did you have left?
Okay, so the shark has 22 hit points.
Yeah.
She was down 15 that I hadn't added, so 22 minus 15 I think is 7.
Yeah, 7.
18 minus 7 is 11, so I need to take 11 hit points off of her hit points.
Correct. Excellent. Good job. And the last attack is going to be 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. He tries to grab you this time, but you're back to yourself a little more confident. You sort of swing a little wide as its hand misses you, but that first attack that hits you, that turns you out of your brain. Oh man, it was almost as like it felt like when you were hearing all that layers of rhetoric from the sightless one, like it was giving you that rhetoric, and you felt like it could have broken your mind. If he wanted it to, he could have easily. But he didn't. This felt like that. This felt like just maybe a fraction of that mind-breaking, just incomprehension.
Oh, let's not do that again.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. It was certainly not fun. That is going to bring us to Zarvolg. Zarvolg, I need another private death saving throw, sir.
Yeah, I just sent it to you while you were doing Yvaine's turn. I'm sorry, did you hear me? I just sent it to you while you were doing Yvaine's turn. It's in your
Oh,
it's in your messages in Zoom.
understood. Thank you. Okay. I didn't move Fen on your turn, but he would have moved. So he dashed 40 feet. Now that he's here, I think he's coming to Yvaine's rescue, probably. He's a pretty smart war dog, so he's going to hit that flank. And you can go ahead and roll some straight roll attacks for him if you want, Zarvolg.
Yeah, and he knows that Yvaine is to command him when Zarvolg goes down.
That's right.
Okay, so we're doing Fen attack.
That's right, straight roll because of Yvaine canceling out this again.
20, dirty 20.
That'll hit. Roll some damage.
Oh, my computer won't scroll. No. All right. Give me a second. damage.
13 damage. That is a very hurt scum.
All right, and his second attack is also a dirty 20 to hit.
Also a dirty 20 to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that is a 12 damage.
That is a dead scum. Fen sort of swims through and paddles over Yvaine as you're being like attacked and a little overwhelmed here. Then that little hero, he just comes out of your periphery out of nowhere and just like latches onto one of them with his teeth about the neck, and then kind of like pulls it onto one of the Minotaur horns. Just savages this one guy dead. I'm gonna just sort of give him a little rise here. All right.
Mud puppy.
That brings us to Finch Endegard. Great hero. What do you do?
Don't feel that way now. Can't swing my weapon. I mean, I can, but
How did anyone go?
where is so hard to see? Where is what is happening here?
So we got Beverly down here engaged with one of the scum. We got Yvaine engaged with the last scum over here. And Zarvolg way off in the distance, way over here.
Can I try him? Okay, so the one that's attacking Beverly, or look like they're gonna attack Beverly, can I cast Sacred Flame?
You certainly can. Wisdom save.
Dex.
Dex save.
15.
That's a failure.
Okay. All right, so that is gonna be 18 plus 7.
God.
So 25 to hit.
25 to hit? What was the saving throw?
Oh, my bad. Yes, you're right. Yeah, so you failed, right? As I said.
Yep, that's right. You do full damage. Go for it.
Cool. Sorry, I'm not used to all my spells.
No worries.
And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage. Excellent. Fire burns from the deep. I don't think we did that much damage to him. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I made a little damage there. Okay. There's a little spark of radiant damage in the water that is unaffected by the elements. Anything else?
Can I use the rest of my movement to try and continue to get to Zar?
You certainly can. Swim to about there. Fantastic. Is there anything else? You have a bonus action.
I don't think there's a bonus action that I want to use. Sorry, I'm just going through real quick. No, nothing that I have does anything impressive. Bullshit. I think that's gonna be it.
All right, Jorman Tosh. He's gonna swim 50 feet this way. Try and get a half decent angle. He's going to shoot a magic missile at the one attacking Beverly. Surefire hit. Not the best damage in the world. It's going to be 2, 4, 6. That's going to be 6 damage to him. Reliable, but not always the best damage. Cause a draw, sun scales. He is concentrating, and he will continue to concentrate for your sake, Yvaine. In the meantime, because he's such a fucking hero, this guy. He wants to be anyway. He's gonna swim over here. He's gonna reach out with his hand, and he's gonna cast Shocking Grasp. Disadvantage. Nope, he misses terribly. And though the shock does go off, it's not going to hit his enemy. It's only going to hit him. Since this being medieval times and all, he doesn't know about the physics of lightning interacting with water, as electricity doesn't exist. He'll be very surprised by the fact that he's going to take. He's going to take 18 lightning damage. See, and he's going to take 19 lightning damage. Because why the fuck would he know that when lightning is in water, that hurts? Why would he know that? Why would anybody know that? And that's going to hurt. And he's going to be very. And also very hurt. He is very bloody. That's going to bring us to. Oh, I said 19 damage. So he's not very. All right, so that will bring us to Ember Van Zyl. What would you like to do, my friend?
Okay. Move. 15
Yes.
straight forward.
All right.
Well, 30, but halved.
Yeah.
Bonus action, I'm going to open the flask and let Red out.
All right.
Red has a swim speed of 40. Red is going straight to Zarvolg.
Fair enough. I'm just going to quickly check how fly speed interacts with water. Super quick.
No, he has a swim speed.
Is a swim speed?
Yes. He naturally has a fly speed because he's my familiar and I have the investment. I can give a fly or a swim, so I gave him a swim.
That's badass.
And it fucking worked out, buddy. All right, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
He goes like this. He like appeared, and also as a note, when he comes out of the flask, he is gas because,
yep,
obviously. And then he just sort of, you kind of see his hand in the gas. He kind of does like one of those, and just rockets across the water from 40 feet. He's going for Zarvolg.
Yep. And
right.
he'll Red will dash.
All right, he hits the nitrous, and he goes 80 feet. And he's getting pretty darn close to that Zarvolg guy that you like so much.
Not quite close enough.
No, not quite close enough. No, but he's next turn. You better believe it.
Action. I'm gonna try to put 2 into the one that Yvaine is playing with.
All right.
AC 20.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
10 force and 3 fire.
All right, that'll be 11 damage. Good job, sir.
And shot number 2 is a 25 to hit.
That'll most certainly hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that's 9 more force.
Hell yeah, we love that. 9 more force with 1 extra damage on it is 10. For 5.
And
get the fire on top, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And I will attempt to wave at the shark. and point at me and point at Yarvog and a thumbs up.
Got it. And you guys can speak underwater, but it very much does come out like. It's kind of how it comes out. So yeah, at that distance, you're definitely like. And I'm sure it's very obvious to Yvaine if you catch Ember, which you should, what he's intending. Especially because a fucking smoky hand just like torpedoed past you, which was cool. Yvaine, you feel the acid in your breath. You feel an enemy that needs killing. What do you do?
I do. Also, just real quick, how far am I away from Zarvolg right now? I should be 60 feet away.
You are 60, we're called 65 feet.
Now, I can move 5 feet and still be in this thing's range. I can move 5 feet and not be out of its target, right?
Yep, that's right.
That's what I thought. All right, so for my action, I'm going to breathe on the fucker. And then for a bonus action, I'm going to send a healing word over to Zarvolg.
All right, let's do this.
Or actually, hold on. If it's 60 feet, I actually think I can send Claire over. Yes, I will be sending Claire over instead.
All right, well, why don't we start with the Dragon's Breath? So I want you to roll for me 3d6 acid damage, and he'll make a dex save.
Oh,
At
lovely.
disadvantage.
At disadvantage, thank you for reminding me. And she fails.
13.
You feel the might of the dragon in this moment. As you open your mouth and you let all that water flood inside you, you feel all that acid sort of burn your belly, and it shoots up your throat, and you blast this acidic, black, thick water out of your mouth more than you thought you had it in. And how much damage was that?
It was 13 points of damage.
That is a very unhappy and bloodied creature as you breathe on it. And then you send Claire over for that'll just at the end of its range. We'll have a definitely like birth of man, sort of like Claire and Zarvolg, sort of like situation in the water. And yeah, I believe on his turn he can receive that healing unless I'm mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, so she appears and she goes, no.
I did roll it already and it's 5, so.
Alright, we'll handle that when we get to his turn.
Star-Lord and
Yeah, Adam Warlock, that was my favorite part of the movie. I'm like, I love Adam Warlock. He's such a dick. He's such a douche. I love him. I love him. He's just completely unaware. Thinks he's the best. Anyway, that's gonna bring us to Glint and Karzy. What would you like to do, sir?
Alrighty. So one of this has a little bit of cover from me. If Glint swam upwards at an angle with his limited dwarven speed, would that be able to give him a good line of fire at the remaining 2?
You have 25 feet, so that would give you 10 feet. Boy, that's tough. Beverly's like right in your fucking way, isn't she?
Yeah.
You only got the 10 feet. What if you swam down? If you swam down, they're like,
Yeah,
you're a little pooched, my friend. I think you're.
That's okay.
Oh god, you're gone. You're completely gone. You're off. Oh no. Oh fuck.
Oh, no.
Let's go. My people need
Right
me.
out there somewhere.
You got his whole Superman moment. You heard him. Okay.
Tell you what,
I'll put you
I'll
there.
make it easy. I'll just cast Misty Step.
Hey, there we go. 30 feet. You want to be like over here?
Yeah. Get a clear line of
Alright.
fire, and then I'll pop a
clear line
chill
of firebolt.
touch.
All right. You fire off the chill touch.
That's
The one
going to be
Beverly's got?
yes, that's a 19 to hit.
That will certainly hit. Roll some damage.
Alrighty. 7 and 3, so 10 points of necrotic.
10 point necrotic. Very good. Very good. I believe
And
it's close to bloody.
oh, excellent! I'll have the skeletons open fire then.
All right. The skeletons will march on into the deep. Those brave warriors before. They'll just sort of like Nah, they won't go that deep, but they'll swing around over here, and they'll look up and they'll fire. Go for it. 4 attacks.
All right. 22 on the first shot.
Yep.
An 8 on the second shot.
No.
A 14 on the third shot.
That'll hit.
And a 7 on the fourth shot.
All right, 2 hit, 2 miss.
I can live with that. That's 13 and 9.
13 and 9. That'll be 22 damage.
Awesome.
I never thought I'd be this good at simple math. Never, ever in my life. Okay, good job, Glint. These 4 shots go off. 2 managed to make their mark. Very nice. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Guys, Beverly's so excited. She's so excited. This is her big moment. She's like, in her head, she's going, this is where I'm gonna impress the whole party. And she's gonna take that spear. She's gonna go, wait. Told me about this. And she's going to just swim into that flank with Karzy. And then she's gonna jump out with the spear. She's so excited. Big advantage. Oh, so sad.
No.
She was so excited.
No.
She rolled a 1 and a 7 for a total of 11.
Oh.
That's some bullshit. That sucks. Ugh. I should have just said she hit. But it could have been a great moment for her. But the dice tell a story. She jumps out as hard as she can. She uses her shield. She jumps it out. She doesn't. But she does everything right except she doesn't calculate for underwater. And as she thrusts with all of her might, there's sort of a pushback, and the spear goes up and misses. And as she's rolling through the water, she goes, I'm a failure. I'm sorry, Finch. I'm sorry, everybody. I failed completely. And she's just like spinning through the water going, she's having a Deku moment. She's just fully like, I'm sorry, Alma. I'm sorry, Mom. I failed you all. That's going to bring us to the scum. All right, we're going to deal with the one attacking Yvaine. I think it's going to get in range of both of you. You and the dog. You and the dog. And I think it's going to just like slap Fen in the face with a mind breaker. It's going to be a natural 19. Fen's going to take 11 damage to Fen.
All right.
We're going to do 2 tridents to the drow, or the half drowning. Right? Here we go.
Make one of those at a -6. Wait, no, never mind. You can't. It's a plus today. Never mind.
Okay. I can give it a +6 if you want.
Sorry.
You want me to give it a +6?
No, I don't. My bad. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Just kidding. That'll be 17 to hit.
That will hit.
And the last one will be, as I don't imagine who's going to kill you yet. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That will also hit.
All right, that's going to be a total of 19 points of piercing damage as he lances you twice with his trident.
All right.
And as for the scum that's fighting Beverly and Karzy, it's gonna try and slap Beverly in the face and give her a mind-breaking touch. That's gonna be a 22. Beverly is just not a very lucky girl today. That's gonna be 12 points of psychic damage. But she is not bloodied yet. She's pretty strong. That Finch trained her up real good. And then it's going to try. I think he's going to hit cards. It's going to be 2 tridents to cards. Both will astoundingly. The point where we're not bothered. 4, 8, 12. It's going to be 13 damage to Karzy. Who maintains the dragon breath. All right, that's going to bring us to Zarvolg the Grim. It is your turn. That was 5 healing from. So there's that And you're gonna take that, or you track it. You're gonna take that healing. So you're back, Zarvolg, is this little fairy. You wake up to this fairy going, "What is it? New best friend." Would you like to roll a? You're like, yeah. Would you like to roll a flat d20 for your lingering injury for going down?
Yeah.
Or would you like exhaustion?
No, I'll take the lingering injury.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah. You went down because of psychic damage. This is going to be a cool one.
9.
9. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, you now have a weak persona. You have
What?
suffered damage to your sense of self. You have a weak persona.
Oh, yeah.
You have disadvantage on charisma checks. So basically, your personality, Zarvolg, has been suppressed. So that's for you to play with in the RP. Your personality sort of
My personality has been suppressed. Your personality has been suppressed.
But lucky enough, you are back. You're back in action. I'll let you decide how you want to play this. If you want to play it like you just go a little more monotone, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to play it a little bit more apathetic, it's fine. If you have a more creative way of playing it, that's fine as well. Whatever you want to do, I'm on board.
I work on it.
I'll commute. I was gonna say Claire knows to hold on to Zar and just travel with him because he's faster than she is. So
since we're underwater, and I feel like I can do cool Neo shit now,
Yeah.
I would like to do. If you're familiar with the Undertaker from the WWE, I would like to do like an Undertaker rise up from prone.
You sort of like swish your hands and you like swish up. As you guys are underwater, like I don't think you can really be prone while you're underwater. Like I don't think that's like. I mean, sure. Like technically, I guess so. Sure, because you can be like thrown for a loop and kind of like lost you're unoriented. So sure, you 15 feet of movement. You sort of orient yourself. You sort of Undertaker up. There's like.
And what do I see in front of me?
You see 2 doors.
Oh, I need to turn around then.
Yeah, you turn around. You see Claire going, "Hi, what do you want?" And then past Claire, you see a hand that's like, "No," he's coming towards you. It's like this. And past them, you see Yvaine and Fen engaged with a scum. That would be our most immediate thing past
Oh
those two.
yeah, that's the scum that I want then. All right, I will go ahead and take. Oh, you know what? I'll use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark that scum.
You go, "Take this, scum," and you Hunter's Mark him.
Fucking scum. Which he probably would have said.
Scum.
Right. Regardless of the circumstances, he probably would have said that anyway.
Yeah. This is in this moment. Zarvolg names these creatures forever. You guys are like, okay, scum, sure, yeah, scum. This is where it comes from.
So that's a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yep. And that will be 7 damage.
7 damage.
Yeah, weirdly, yeah.
All right. 7 damage. Takes a bolt in the back and kind of keeps going. Doesn't really notice.
And then bolt 2.
Bolt 2.
24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And 15 damage.
15 damage. That's what we're talking about. All right, that's a pretty hurt scum. Is there anything else?
No, that's it for me for this round. Oh, where's Fen? Is Fen on that scum too?
Oh yeah, he's on it.
Yeah, Fen wants him some.
All right, he'll go into an advantage and he'll attack.
That is a 13 to hit for Fen.
13 does not hit, I'm afraid.
All right, and a 21 to hit for Fen.
21 will hit. His skin was a little rubbery for the first one, but he's very decisive for the next. He'll make a strength save to fall prone.
It's
He rolls a 10 and probably falls prone.
Yeah, he does fall prone. But that's only 7 damage.
7 damage in prone is not that bad. Relatively damage. That is a very damaged, very hurt scum. Well done. Is there anything else?
Nope, I'm good. Oh,
all right.
I have movement, right? I'm sorry, I have movement, right?
Yeah, you have 5 feet left of movement because you used half of it to stand up. So you're about 15 left. Half is fine.
Yeah, let me move into the over the cupcake.
Over the cupcake. Yeah, you start. She's like, and you just kind of like push her out of the way. She's like, ah! And you just kind of start moving. All right, that brings us. Yeah, she's like holding on to the back of his like cloak. He's like swimming along there. That'll bring us to Finch and the God. Finch, what do you do? Look, you can totally swim into melee there if you want. Totally do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
All right, you
like
swim.
The spell shit's not doing it.
All right, you swim right above it. There's like a shadow, and it looks up, and you're like, oh, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and hit it.
Go for it.
Disadvantage, right? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
big old hammer.
Oh, okay. 21 to hit.
That'll hit disadvantage. Good job.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 16, so I'll take it.
Bad. It happens.
All right, let's see here. Where's my D8? So, and I'm gonna smite because why waste that?
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be, let's see here, 5 plus 3 is 8. And then that should be, I want to make sure I rolled enough. That should be 16 points of damage then.
16 total points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You bring your hammer down on its head, and there's this like radiant blast of energy into its head. Want to take another strike?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Go for it.
All right. Well, there's that. That's not gonna hit. That's an 11.
11 will not. Sorry to say.
Yep.
You swing this time, and you go a little wide. The momentum of the hammer kind of carries you a little bit.
A little overzealous.
A little overzealous.
All right, we work off that spell slot, and then let's see here. What else is happening? I think that's about it.
All right, Jormuntosh. He knows a lot about how lightning really fucking hurts. I think he is going to. No, we're not going to waste that. I'll just give the creature firebolt. I think he's going to soften it up. Oh god, disadvantage though. So 8 plus 6 is 14. Just hits. That's going to be. It's going to be 4 points of fire damage on the resistance. Just softening up a little bit. He's probably thinking, he's probably got a little. Who doesn't have a soft spot for Beverly? Let's be honest. He's probably just trying to give him a blow. He's probably just trying to help him out. Karzy is I think fully going to disengage and swim back because that lightning hurt a lot and he doesn't have much more than that. So he's going to swim back and he's going to like. He's not a bard, but he's going to go like. Come on, Beverly! Show us what you got! And he's gonna kind of just like be giving her the thumbs up, trying to be helpful. All right, Ember, what do you do?
Red's going to face palm Zarvolg.
Hits him right in the head.
And is going to deliver 15 points of healing.
There you go. I am the deepest instinct of me wants him to be coming in with like the eye poke motion, and Zarvolg just and it gas just like goes right through and pokes him in the eye and gets healed for it because it's gas, so obviously it doesn't hurt.
Right.
And then I'm going to move up towards Karzy.
All right, you move up towards Karzy, 15 feet. Here, we'll call it about 5 feet from there if you want it to be.
Yep, that's fine. That's everything I've got.
All right, Yvaine, you got scum to slay. It's prone, but you got to kill it.
So I can breathe on it.
You certainly can if you want.
I would like to breathe on it. So I've got this thing going.
You certainly do. Go ahead and Karzy loves every moment as you're using it. He's like, we're all dragons now, and he's super happy. Make me roll me 3d6, I believe it is.
Yes,
yep,
for 10
3d6.
points of damage.
Nice, and that is a resounding failure from the enemy. So 10 points of damage. That is a tremendously hurt scum. It is on death's door. It is hurting bad. With a bonus action. Well, your bonus action is probably your healing spirit moving with Zarvolg, right?
Oh, that's true. That's true. So Zarvolg, go ahead and take another 5, please.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that would have happened on this turn, but it's fine.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. We just won't account for it on this point. But yeah, you can use your bonus action each turn to move. So we'll just say for the time being, it's just like he'll go with Zarvolg. It's fine. Okay. Good job, Yvaine. Is there anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, Glint Grimhelm. There's a prone scum over there. There's a prone scum that Beverly's like, she looks a little dejected because she fucked up. But like everyone's giving her encouragement, so she's like trying to muster her valor, getting ready to take a blow. It's very hurt. Both of them are very hurt. What would you like to do?
I'll snap another chill touch at the one next to Beverly.
All right, go for it. Or I will.
It's a 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Roll some damage.
That is 12 points of necrotic.
12 points of necrotic. Oh, it is barely alive. Oh, no, wait, it's not. It's dead.
Oh, excellent. And I'll.
She's like, and then it, and it's dead. And you kill it. Good job.
And then Glenn will just point at the other one. Are any of them still alive?
Yeah, there's the one still by Yvaine alive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get it, Skellies. I trust you.
They run in. They salute you.
All right. So that's just 4 attacks. That one looks prone from here. Is that correct?
It is prone, so that'll be disadvantage for crossbows. Yes.
All right. So that's definitely a miss on the first. That was a 3 on the roll. That's a miss on the second. It's a 2. Oh, that's a 17 on the third shot.
That'll hit.
So that was a nat 20 and a 13, so 17.
17 will hit.
So 2
So
shots.
those will be 2 hits.
Okay.
2 hits, 2 misses. Pretty good for disadvantage.
Yeah. 11 and 8.
All right. How do you want to end the last, as the scum are like super weakened, bloodied? How do you and your little menagerie of skelly boys want to end them?
So the first one gets sort of dragged down to the bottom of the, I guess the cavern floor as just this skeletal hand just yanks it down with this surge of necrotic energy. The bolts I want to sort of hit the last scum, and it's almost like a zero-G astronaut spin. As one thing hits another thing, it just sends it slowly pinwheeling back, as just the bolts just send it generally drifting towards the far wall of the cave.
Got it. It sort of like spins tremendously until it hits the back wall. And the final one just nails it to the wall of the room. And yeah, this one is like grasped, like this hand comes up from below, grabs it and just like drags it down to the ground, and then like smashes itself off of the ground as the hand dissipates back under.
Excellent.
And with that, the battle is won. The battle is won. The guardians of the doors to Silar are destroyed.
Claire's gonna hang out with Zarvolg and give him the rest of the healing that she can give, which will
So
end
that would
up
be
being
1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. What's your spellcasting ability modifier?
My spellcasting ability modifier is 4.
So it'll be 3 more heals. So you go ahead and roll.
That is correct. So that will be a 3, a 6 for a 9, and a 2 for an 11.
Nice. Very nice.
Thanks, Claire.
And then
You're
she'll-
welcome, but it's time to go. Bye.
Fucking berries.
Yvaine will swim up to Zarvolg and say, "That could have gone better."
Oh yeah. That was my fault. I didn't realize.
Well, maybe we let Finch do the talking, or Ember. You're so good at ambushing. We should play to your strength. You're good at that.
Good plan.
So do we just walk in the door? Do we need the keys that Nero gave us?
You probably
Crosby goes, keys? Miro? What are you talking about? You're talking nonsense again.
No, it's a guy. He ran around with us for a bit. He left. He gave us keys. The keys open doors. There are doors that might need keys.
Oh. Cool.
That breathing acid was pretty badass. I just have to say that was really cool.
Oh. Also, the shock form was very impressive.
Thank you. I wish I could have gotten it to last a little longer. Honestly, I should have thrown out my dragon's wings.
Dragon's wings?
Oh, yeah, I do that sometimes.
Oh, good to know.
You can't
All
do
right.
that. They remember about 100
Oh yeah,
days ago, someone
you try and swish it and it just kind of hangs there.
just like still a pixie cut.
That's true. Yeah, you go to swish it and you're like, oh yeah.
But
I gotta
tragically,
say,
at the
at
beginning
this
of the
point-
campaign, her hair was down to her waist.
I'd say your hair's getting a little longer by now. I'd say it's got a little length, like you know. It's
So like a little side,
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
edgy,
You got
a
some
little
bangs.
edgy bob.
Yeah, your bangs are like hitting certainly your eyebrow, kind of a little past by your eyebrow by now. You're getting there. You can go try and find some hair growth ointment if you feel like it's essential. But maybe you're enjoying it. Who knows?
I don't know. I think Zara's right. I'm sort of fierce.
All right. What's next for the team?
Who needs heals? And in we go. Karzy needs heals.
Dragonborn don't really are ever born with heals, actually. Oh, right. No, yes. Heals would not be terrible. Certainly would not be disagreeable. I got a little hurt. I did not know why that hurt so much is just shock and grasp, as I always do.
Must have something to do with the water.
I've got him, Yvaine.
Do we want to take a second rest?
Oh, I will take a rest, whatever I can get.
21 points, Karzy.
Oh, Ember, you are the soul of hospitality. Well, I'm feeling better. I don't want to drag us down at all, but I do like a nice rest.
Perhaps we ought to see what's on the other side of the door first.
Right.
All right. You guys and your expedition can move on forward. Yvaine, you have the very strange experience of, a place you've never seen, and probably no one has ever seen in a very long time, being described to you, and then you moving past it perfectly. It talked of glowing lights and 3 large steps and 2 doors, and you're like, wow, that's weird. And you get to the 2 doors. Which door do you guys open? The guards were supposed to give you a riddle about, like, one of us lies, one of us tells the truth, and, you gotta pick a door, but you killed them, so...
Wait, is David Bowie in here?
No, he's in the Feywild. Don't be ridiculous.
Point.
No, the voice said we'd have to kill the guards. We'd have to kill the guardians.
Well, it turned out all right for us for the most part.
Ember, play it back. What did it say after that?
You would recall that it said you needed to use either cunning or might to slay the guardians, those, or basically said those who guard who you are going to murder.
Alright, so, might it was.
Might it was.
Right-hand door?
Right-hand door it is.
I like the right. That's sometimes a good place to
Your
start.
misty hand pushes it open. Some bubbles. Nah, there's no bubbles. It just opens up and you feel a little vacuum of water as the water sort of transfers between. And as you go through, you're going to come to a very strange place. You're going to come to the ruins of Silar. Oh god, don't reveal anything too important. Okay, cool, we made it. We did it. Where am I placing you guys? So you open your doors. Oh yeah, let's put you all the way back here. Is there a cool place to have you emerge from? Yeah, how about like way the fuck back here? That would make sense. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Why is the cool place for us to emerge from way the fuck back here?
Because I said so. All right. You guys all it's fine. There's doors. You guys swim for a little bit, and eventually you're going to indeed emerge. Holy shit! I gotta move your whole party. You come to a series of cave systems where things start to get weird. I gotta put some music on to emphasize how weird it is. So, what do we got? No, not the cavern. Oh, we try ride mine. Okay, give me a minute while I assemble the Avengers. There's a lot of Avengers. I think that's all the Avengers. Cool. You come to this entrance where you see many strange things laying before you. You see like all all kinds of strange things, things that should belong on like solid land. Things begin to warp before you, even stranger. You see these strange geometric stalagmites. They're also geometric, but they're large stalagmites, and they are made of emerald. And they stretch up long, very, very long columns, stalagmites to stalactites that go beyond your visual sight. You see like a weird log that has like seaweed hanging from it as if it was being farmed. You see like shale, like dry shale stone underwater. You see a second layer of water. It's all very interesting and all very confusing, but all very obvious in its mind bendiness. And you even see snow sort of like dappled along the walls as if you're in a like an Arctic place. And it is cold in here, but your water protection will protect you for the most part. But it is very cold down here. The water's getting quite frigid. You apparently are now amongst the ruins of Silar, though stranger than you might have expected.
Well, I suppose we've found the unseeable city.
Karzy says, but are we actually seeing it? I mean, we got this weird enchantment on us. Perhaps we're only kind of seeing it.
If the enchantment is causing us to only see a fraction of it, then I'm fine with just that fraction.
Job. Yeah, no, we're good. Let's do it. Let's walk around, and at some point we'll be above ground, and we should, if we see any more azomite, maybe grab a chunk.
Of course.
Very well. It's a good point, though. Hey, even a fraction of seeing it is more than anyone else has seen it, right? Unseeable and all. I think Jormantosh would say, actually, we're getting quite close. Do you notice the coloration? And indeed, as he points it out, you'll sort of like look up higher, and you will see this sort of pervading milky white light. And more so than that, you're no longer in caverns. You see the water sort of expand outward. There's no more rock wall as you look up. It's as if you come out of tunnels deep within the sea wall, and you can see quite far away. You expect you're actually in the I gotta go get its name. You expect that you are quite a ways deep underneath the dock of Emon, maybe beyond it a little bit. But nonetheless, you are looking out at, come on, load, there we go. You're looking out at the Osmit Sea. You are in the Osmit Sea as far as you know, and quite deep beneath it, in fact. But no more cavern. You are in open water at this point. You are out there.
Yeah, so Zarvolg will kind of side-eye Jomantosh and be like, oh, so now you have input.
He just kind of goes quiet and doesn't say anything more.
Zarvolg, we're in unexplored territory.
I was just, if it's all right to say, yes, the Vonethra Journal spoke of a milky white light that surrounded what she referred to as the moon disk. It bathed the entire city of Silar in a milky light that refracted eerily through emerald spires, and he'll point to the stalagmites. Not quite emerald, but perhaps that's the enchantment protecting our minds.
Do we see anything that might appear to be a moon disk?
Make your perception check.
Oh,
Disadvantage because of the obscurity of the water.
All right. So flat then for 25.
25 at disadvantage is pretty impressive. You do see nothing. Nothing that resembles a moon disk, but you do see a slight sort of oval to the milky white of the sheen. You kind of see like where it ends and begins. And you kind of sort of triangulate where the center might be.
I mean, I don't see it yet, but that might be something. And he kind of tries to outline for Yvaine or whoever's near, like with his finger, like the outline of the whatever the sliver that he sees.
Well, I'm afraid, this is the most coherent record of the unseeable city. This is where things start to get really quite difficult to rely upon. It will in a journal. It'll be for us to determine what happens next. So perhaps, yes, we'll follow your lead. So.
Actually,
are you all wish to swim?
Oh, I think we made our way through the caverns. Does anyone else want to lead from this point?
I don't mind moving to the front if it helps. I'm not the best navigator, but
do we want to do what we did in the hag cuddles, and we'll just leapfrog Red, and then we'll kind of go in that direction. Red's pretty quick underwater.
Certainly.
That's right, and you can put it up so we can see where we're going.
Sure can.
Yeah, let's do that instead.
Okay. Well, send Red forward. You see more of these sort of lines where seaweed is being like dried, like one might dry sage on a line. It's very strange. Doesn't make much sense. It goes onward and forward, and you keep sending your hand deeper and deeper in. As a reminder, you can go up and over things if you so wish. But you follow along and you see many of these emerald stalagmites. Not emerald, but they're almost like a deep green that span upwardly in many sort of lines, stretching upward towards the surface, where however high up it might be at this point. You do see azurite here and there, and eventually you see like the very large squid-like figure of an aboleth sort of swim by, not yet noticing Red, but you do see the presence of one aboleth at the very least as Red is making his way.
And we'll tuck Red into a crevice somewhere, and then I'll spend some time giving
images.
I'll give a minor illusion of the swimming aboleth, and I'll use my skill in cartography to build sort of a minor illusion, like a mage map of this is what we've seen so far.
Okay. So I'll tell you what, per your keen mind feat, you can build this map in your head. And it won't be as high a check because it's sort of for your own understanding rather than actually like writing it down in like perfect detail. So why don't we go ahead and roll me, why don't we call it like a survival check at advantage?
$16.
16? Yeah, that'll be more than enough. You begin to sort of form what you've seen and kind of like you fill out the basic detail of his route and then the walls and then maybe little azurite deposits and then like the stalagmites, like the emerald stalagmites. And you kind of fill in like a sort of rudimentary basic route that is being followed and detected. You start to unmap the fog of war. Wish to proceed?
Yep.
Okay. Let me know like what direction you want to take.
Uh,
And if you want Red to travel stealth.
Red's pretty tiny. I'm not necessarily worried about a lot of stealth.
Okay.
Let's go towards like the top and right. I want to try to make a triangle kind of out this far.
Okay. So you take Red, so it's going that way.
I think there's a structure of some kind up ahead. Do we want to go in that direction, everybody?
Sounds good to me. A chance to actually look at the buildings here would be excellent.
We should be very careful. I don't want to fight one of those things.
Well, let's advance on Red's position, and then we'll leapfrog Red ahead again. That way,
Okay.
if we have problems, it's at least relatively close.
So you guys are going stealthily?
That would seem wise.
All right. I'd like everyone in the group, including pets, familiars, whatever, roll me stealth checks. I'll come through and grab them from you in a second.
All right.
Great. I need to roll my own, so bear with me. Oh, Karzy. You little shit. Oh, Beverly, you did really good, even though you have heavy armor. Good job.
And we are still underwater, is that correct?
That is indeed correct.
Wonderful.
Bosch did pretty decent. Good job. Okay, let me get him from you. Ember, you and yours.
14 and 17.
17's for Red?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to mark Red on the side because he's kind of scared.
Okay.
Okay, what about Glint? You and yours.
That'd be an 8 from Glint, and then from 4 skeletons, that's a 16, a natural 1 for a 3, a 14, and a 6.
Okay. Finch, you and yours. We'll
Just me. I got an 18.
18. How about Yvaine? And
Yvaine got a 17, Happy got a 15.
This may be the most amount of stealth checks I've ever had in a single party. Zarvolg, you and your dog. If you're there. Oh, but alas, does not seem like he is.
I don't know where he went.
Zarvolg! Hey, Zarvolg, Jormantosh is leading the whole party. Well, that wasn't enough. He must be beyond hearing. I'll roll for him. Fuck it. 17's pretty good. 11's pretty good. I don't know what their bonuses are. That should probably be important. They get their bonuses when he gets back. But in the meantime, average of 12. So.
I think Zarvolg's bonus, honestly, is a +3 because I think his dex is a 16.
Okay, so we'll give him that 20. I'm not sure if Ben is proficient. I'll just go open up the sheet. I won't be lazy. Come on, me. Don't be lazy. He probably is proficient. He's a ranger after Oh, he has a +6, so he's got 23 on his, bumping up that average. Then Warhound has a +5, so he'll get a 16. Hey, bumped it up 1 point, so that's an average 13 for the whole party. We'll see how helpful that ends up being. Alrighty then. So you guys begin to travel to catch up with Red.
As we're
And
moving, Yvaine wants to say, if we need to get out quickly, I can control water and keep the area around us dry so that we can run. All right, so just keep that in mind, should be necessary.
So your party swims into this little crevasse. Red goes flying off, right? Where would Red like to go from here?
Looks like there's a building kind of straight ahead. We kind of want to go that way, I think.
You want to just keep heading that way?
Yep.
Okay. You, Zarvolg, are the first to have the most interesting vision of all present. I had something, and I probably should have placed more, but it's fine. You, well, through Red, you get a miraculous, large, open vision of all of the ruins of Silar and see much. You see mostly a lot of like half-sunken ships. You see more of these emerald stalagmites that strut up to the ceiling like great beams shooting up towards the sky. You see all sorts of things, strange rock formations that seem to form like coves and crevasses. You see huge azurite deposits, just huge, massive crystals the size of ships. You see pools of water within the actual water surface, plenty of things that don't make a lot of sense, but you know are there to protect your mind from the possibility of looking upon this place and not being driven mad. You know that you are seeing only a fraction of its glory, and you're probably quite thankful for it, as not a lot of it makes sense. But most importantly, you see a shall we call it a disc, way off in the distance, past a number of Aboleth that just swim errantly through the water. This disc of what looks like stone and floating gemstones, not exactly as the description that was given in journals, but close enough. This massive disc that just slowly spins way off in the distance in the ruins.
Yeah, that's worth a Red TV moment.
Red TV, yeah. To be clear, I'm placing Aboleth for the sake of aesthetic. It does not necessarily mean these are all exactly where they are, but there are a bunch of them swimming around. But anyway, please continue. Sorry.
I think that's probably whatever the moon disc is. It's the only disky type thing that I see, but there is one mother load of swimming squiddy, sluggy things.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a discovery thing. Are we sure that we want to try to be stealthy amongst so many of these things?
Especially if one of them already knows that we're likely to arrive.
See, I feel like we've seen enough.
Jormantosh says, I'm inclined to agree. Oh, that was Karzy's voice. He says, I'm inclined to agree. We've discovered Silar. It's very terrifying and apparently too mind-bending to look upon. Maybe we shouldn't risk it. Beverly says, well, wait. What about the vision? What about Emon falling into the whole sea?
All the more reason to get back topside.
What if we're too late?
We have a little time yet.
It does seem, given the saturation of threats here, that if we wanted to do anything about Silar in a way that could put a notable halt to its machinations, that we would likely need some additional help from the surface.
I agree, but I don't think we have enough information yet.
Karzy says, well, I have to be honest, I don't know how much those weird sisterly ladies would be into helping in a whole army of people getting their cool enchantments on. I don't imagine them helping out people who aren't, well, as charming as us.
It's a fair point.
If they come down here, who knows? Maybe they'll all just go mad and insane.
Red is fairly small. Actually, literally, red is small.
Amber, how close to him do you need to be able to see?
On the material plane.
All right, so we can actually go to the other side of the door and map from there.
Yeah.
Then let's retreat and do it that way.
Fair enough.
Okay. You guys want to move back to the double doors and just let Red swim about?
I would actually like to move to the place where we're no longer in the water. If distance doesn't matter, that's the smarter thing to do.
So I'll put this out there immediately. The moment you pass through the doors, Ember, you lose all connection.
Okay. In that case, come back through the doors.
Yeah. So you peek your head back through the doors and you see through Red's eyes once more. It's not destroyed, your connection is not entirely severed, but perhaps there's some kind of psionic block going on that keeps you from fully immersing into your familiar's senses.
Fair enough.
Do you want me to start setting up some rudimentary protections while we're waiting?
While he maps, yes, that's a good idea.
All right. I should be able then to regularly cast Tiny Hut at the very least.
Sure. Ember, could you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
$23.
Okay, please proceed. Never mind. So I'll tell you what happens, actually. So Red gets detected. One of these, as Red's like trying to map everything out, trying to be careful with the 17 stealth, one of these Aboleths sort of rise up and look at it and see you through the eyes of Red, and you feel it's trying to like take control of your mind, but you are able to push it away as it attempts to do something to your mind. And as it fails, what would you have Red?
I'll have Red go gaseous entirely and move away as expeditiously as possible.
As expeditiously as possible. How expeditious is that?
Got a swim speed of 40, so we do 80. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's fast enough to get away from.
It's certainly enough to keep it on its tail. Yeah, you know that it's certainly enough to keep it on its toes as it begins to swim away, but the Aboleth is able to keep pace. And at a certain point, I can't. At a certain point, as it swims up behind Red, one of its many tentacles is going to swing around it. And it's going to try and hit Red with its tail. That's going to be a 21 to hit. How many hit points does Red have?
22.
Red takes 17 damage in this sort of. Oh, well, it's a gaseous form. Never mind. It takes half damage in this form, if I'm not mistaken, or none at all. What is it?
Has resistance to non-magical damage.
Got it. So it'll take. That's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and you expect this will continue. Red sort of spun out and kind of like keeps rocketing off, and the Aboleth keeps pace.
Red'll dive, because Red can go through places that the giant fish thing can't go.
There we are. You dive into the cavern.
Yep.
You find a little crevasse to fit yourself in, and it sort of moves up there and kind of peers through with one of its 3 eyes across the front of its forehead, and it sort of like swims away, kind of like keeps around, but it seems intrigued by this strange, ghastly figure.
And Ember will relay all of that.
Red will also tell you, we'll speak to you, because you've got a telepathic connection.
Yep.
Red will tell you, like, it can hear it talking in its mind, that it's interested by me. It wants to know more about me, what I'm doing here. It's never seen anything like me in Silar.
Well, I don't know if these things get bored nor when.
We're going to test it. That's the idea.
Well, first things first. I'm going to put 12 points back on Red.
Okay. Want to wait it out, see if it goes away?
Yeah. We'll keep looking for it and see if it keeps looking for us.
Red says, should I speak to it, or should I just...
As long as we're here in the armored, crevasse, sure, why not?
All right. Red will strike up a conversation with this thing. But what's more probably interesting, Ember, is you feel something seismic, or basically Red translates to you that it feels something seismic happening. It feels like rumbling in the sea. It asks the Aboleth what's happening. And the Aboleth will speak back, and Red will tell you that it's gloating about destroying the pillars that hold up the sky. That the Aboleth are destroying the emerald pillars that hold up the sky. That is what he says. I don't know what that means.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is on like Donkey Kong.
And with that, we'll end the session. It's on like Donkey Kong. Thanks.
Troubling.